This week, David finds out how to get more money from his players. Chloe has an awkward handshake, and I'm going to Valhalla. So, let's strap down, let's strap in, and let's do this.
This is just another trucking podcast.
So something that I do want to get is something I'm looking into getting. It'd be like later next year, like much later next year, is a 3D printer. And some of the things that So there is a reason why I'm looking into getting a 3D printer. And it's actually because it's going to be cheaper to do something. Because basically, I was looking at making masks, is what I was saying, like some cool looking masks and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But the reason why I was going to get a 3D printer is because the kids are really into D&D. And we've been kind of like trying to make cardboard stuff, but it's not great, like for making all of that. And we were looking at some of the actual D&D walls and castles and all the stuff that you can get. Holy
expensive.
Fuck, it's expensive. Like, it is really expensive. So we got them but even like the figures, some of the figures are crazy. Like for a pack of like 6 figures, it's like 20 quid or something. Which is, don't wrong, they're cool as fuck. They are really, really, like, some of them are amazing. But like what we figured was, if we've got like a 3D printer, we can kind of build some of these castles, and there's a bit of a for a project over the weekend, we can paint them all up, and it's something creative for them rather than just being like the same stuff. Because I kind of try to have like a little bit of difference when they come over here. One other thing that we do have, and it's probably one of the best, and David, you need to get this as well, because with your kid, this is the fucking best thing I've ever bought. In fact, tell you what, both of you. So, if you go and search BattleBots. BattleBots. So, like the American...
BattleBots. Right.
Yeah, so you can get some little miniature robots, like BattleBots. And, like, they've got a lot of, like, for instance, like Witch Doctor and Tombstone are some of the big ones. And so they've got, like, the spinning blades. They've got some... I can't think who it does it, but it's BattleBots robots, and you can see they've got like a tiny little like remote control, just left, right, forwards, backwards, and a little button on the top to start the weapon. And you can have like full battles with these shit, and they break apart.
So is it a miniature like Robot Wars?
Yeah. They're maybe like 2 inches long or something like that, maybe 3 maximum. Like, they're not big. But like, because they've got pieces that can get broken off, the bits go flying, and it's the funnest fucking shit you've ever... Honestly, it is so fucking good. It's so good. I have had so much fun with them bad boys.
Yeah?
Love them. Fucking love them. And
I've always wanted a 3D printer. Like, my buddy, he actually made a life-size Iron Man with 3D printing.
So I've seen that, yes. I've seen that, and it's one of them things... where I think, but obviously it's just a lot of like, 'cause the actual, you have to buy the resin and stuff like that. But then there's also like, there's a lot of like actual like, you put in the electrics and all of that sort of thing. And then still wrong, I think like so the boys, they like dressing up with stuff. And I think like making a helmet, like an Iron Man helmet for them, that would be absolutely, that would be the craziest shit they've ever seen. But I just think with stuff like that, because I don't know, I think it just, it'd be nice to have something like that. And I hope it saves money.
It's crazy that people can buy 30 3D printers and actually make a business out of it, and they're just making cheap little parts or cheap toys or whatever, and then just because a company will actually hire them to do that. You know what I mean? They don't have to sell it; they just have to make it.
Yeah.
And then they ship it off to the guy, and then they sell it for whatever. You know, it didn't cost you. It cost you electricity and plastic, and of course, time. And but most of the time they just run overnight. You know what I mean? But have you seen those time lapses that when they're creating stuff?
It's amazing. It's so cool.
Like,
it's fucking amazing.
I feel like they took a picture because sometimes you don't even see the. You don't see the mechanism moving. So it's like it takes a picture as soon as it's off camera. Boom. And because all of a sudden you just see it kind of rise, and it's just like,
they
wow,
do amazing.
Well, it's just how fast the thing is. It's basically, and like it'll be how it's taking the picture as well. So it's kind of like it is there, but it's kind of like almost
it's not
so
there.
blurred.
It's not there. No, as in like those machines. Now you can see it going. If on real time, it's no faster than a bloody.
So you think they're intentionally getting it to do like a little bit move off screen, a little bit move off screen? So you're thinking it's actually a pre-programmed thing that it moves off screen
I'd
every
say so because I've looked at it and like, there is a zero blur. There's
right. I'm with you. Right. Okay. That's That's kind of cool.
Or maybe I'm wrong. It just looks maybe because it is maybe
cool.
it is going absolutely stupidly fast that there is a blur, and I'm not saying it, but yeah, that's a cool kind of stuff. So, what kind of toys are you guys getting for your kids this Christmas?
Well, Logan's obviously had a dinosaur over his birthday, and he's going to get a dinosaur for Christmas.
What's he getting for his next birthday?
Maybe another dinosaur, because there's new ones coming out, because he's really excited. They've got a new Scorpius Rex coming out, but it's not coming out until February.
Has
he really wants it. He's already
has he got the Jurassic Park game?
Yeah, the Lego version?
No, there's the
Evolution, whatever it's called.
Yes, where you actually got to build your own park.
I'm going to try him again on it because he tried it before and he can't read and things like that, so it's quite hard for him to do.
So there is a game mode where you can just build stuff, and you can even have it in God. You can have it in like kind of a God mode where it doesn't pricing doesn't matter. This is Jurassic Park World Evolution. Yeah, something like that.
Did you ever play Zoo Tycoon or like Roller Coaster Tycoon when you were younger?
Okay, I've seen it.
It's also not like that because I fucked up with something.
Oh, really?
It is. No, I did. I made a boo boo with it because I made these dinosaurs. I started on my first game with it. I started making, and I like getting detailed with it. So I started making the entrance and made it all pretty, so people kind of walk down here. And I made these like massive pens, and I thought I'll get it all set up before the dinosaurs come in because I want it to be like I want to have it like I like
surprise dinosaurs.
No. So and then there was this, and then there's this like a facility where you can make the dinosaurs, and so I've got it all set up. Yeah. And see, I've got it all set up, and I've spent like a while getting this all set up, making it look as pretty as possible, really going to town. And so I set this thing up, and I didn't realise.
You didn't say
I thought, no. I thought what would happen is once you made these dinosaurs, it would be like, okay, where do you want to put them? You want to put them over here? That's great. We can do that. But no, it doesn't do that. It just releases the dinosaurs. It just, there you go.
And so now I've got...
No.
You're not meant to make a paddock for releasing or something.
No. Oh, yeah, you're supposed to, but I did not know this.
Do that.
So now I have dinosaurs, and people are screaming, and they're terrified. There's lots of terrified people.
So you did good. You made a game where people are scared and everything. It's awesome. Like they're not real people.
I believe people died.
Online, you can make like Spider-Man T-Rexes and stuff like that. Is that the same one?
I don't know. Possibly, I didn't get it. I had a fun. It was fun, but I got kind of a bit pissed off that I spent all this time and I did something so stupid as to release fucking velociraptors or whatever it was to kill people, and there was deaths.
Okay, well I might have to get on that then. And Logan
I spent so much time doing that, so fucking much time. I was so good.
Do you ever play Minecraft?
You know what's weird? The second time as I was thinking it was like some of the times in Minecraft where I put fucking hours into this game and then only to turn around and see them green bastard creepers running at me, and I'm like, oh God, things are about to go horribly wrong.
I'm trying to play it. It's just it's really boring. I don't know. It's just all my kid watches is Minecraft, but that's all that seems to be all he's doing right now. But of course, he's getting nightmares now, and he's scared to even go down the hall, and because I think there's this giant hand because he's watching people who've already created something, and then there's a certain thing going on or whatever, but I know. So, but we've gotten these Minecraft blocks. They're little tiny magnets. Have you seen that on TikTok and YouTube and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, where you build it all with magnets. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So we bought a bunch of those, because we love that he builds stuff, and I think having those are great. That way they don't fall over right away, and so we're going to be probably doing a collection of that shit.
So I played Minecraft. I I bought Minecraft when it was literally just out. I remember people talking about it like at the very, very beginning. This is before.
It's quite an old game, isn't it? But it's still going as it is.
Well, yeah. Well, but when I got it, it was a browser-based game, and it was just basically about however many people. You had all the coloured blocks, and basically you kind of just build in a browser-based game and just build different things. And then Notch had said he was going to make it into a survival game, and I got it. And when I got it, my transaction was blocked, and I couldn't. It basically said it was blocked due to I think it was it was like a scam. But what had happened was when he first made it, so many people were trying to buy it that PayPal just assumed, oh, this must be a scam, and then blocked it. And so you had to have it unblocked so then you could actually buy it. And then I got into this fucking thing. I'm like, right, trees. And I went to go and hit it. I'm like, it doesn't just destroy straight away. That's shit. And it took me fucking ages to get my head around, oh, you're not just going to click on a block and it deletes it. You actually have to do something to it. Because when it was...
Would happen, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It was one of them things. I know it is, but then I started getting into it. And then I put in a disgusting amount of hours into Minecraft.
My kids did that. My older boys.
So many.
I used to, all he would ever do is just play Minecraft on his computer. You know, it was just like, but the graphics are shit. Well, I don't understand. Why do you got to do that? You can do whatever you want. Okay, can you put a stripper on a stripper pole and have her go around a pole and everything? Is that what you can do? But no. You said you can do anything. I don't understand this fucking game. Please tell me what this game is about. It doesn't make any sense to me. But you can do anything. You cannot hire somebody. You know what I mean? I just, the most exaggerated thing ever, but as I'm like, no, you can't do that. You said anything. All right. I want to, can you possibly explain this to me?
Okay. So I think, well, obviously when it came out, it was the first proper, there was other things around about, but it was one of the first, proper, go off and just do whatever you want, like you say. But I actually think what it actually did was it started what I call the chillware, kind of it started kind of this whole evolution of chillware, which are games where you just play it to relax. Rather than it being like you're going in and blasting shit, or it's a very in-depth story, it's very intense. Because I think games at that point there, most of them were getting as intense as they possibly can, and they're trying to make it as crazy as they possibly can. Yeah. And Minecraft came along and was just like, nah, you can if you want, put it on you can have it on hardcore mode where if you die, you die, or I didn't have hardcore mode then, but you could also have it on peaceful mode. So if you don't want to get killed, that's fine as well. If you build your house, make something pretty,
kids,
and I think it's very good for autistic people. That's what it's very good for.
Logan loves it. Logan loves Minecraft and Roblox and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it was the chill side of it. I think that was the big thing of it, and I think it really did give a. I think
Dopamine
it really
hit?
It did, but I think it it allowed people to realize, I can play games just to relax and just to chill out. And I think that's kind of almost in a way, that's why games like Euro Truck Simulator and games like I'm trying to think of some examples off the top of my head. I've gone to my Steam list because. But yeah, Jet Wash Simulator, Farming Simulator, stuff like that. Just games where it is just
you're doing an everyday boring job.
Yeah, and I think in a way, I think it allowed it kind of just.
Yeah, but people like that, don't they? It's like watching clips and stuff of you on YouTube and shorts, isn't it? People like POVs and point of views of other people and what they're doing. I quite like watching the McDonald's one. Have you seen the guy that does the McDonald's? Really entertaining.
What do you mean?
You just literally watch him make McDonald's. So he's behind the counter and he's
making
sandwiches or. Well, no, this is like videos he's made, and he's just literally got a camera on his head, and you're basically watching him make the burgers.
It's kind of cool with this camera on the head thing.
Yeah,
movement is much better. As in, like, a lot of people will stream that stuff live, and they just have the camera placed over there, and he's just flipping the burgers and stuff. But a head cam is much better. You know, it's just because it's moving.
Point of view, isn't it, Pov?
Yeah.
I think with stuff like that. I think, and the same thing with the Minecraft and Euro Truck and stuff like that. I think the reason why is because, and especially, it almost felt like, especially after COVID, it kind of like life just seems to be getting more and more complicated, and there's more and more things. And maybe it's just like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me just having to grow up, but I think there is something comforting in like watching the guy at McDonald's, that the kind of, it's just a simplicity of this is the reason why stuff like, for instance, like Except for Access, I think people kind of found the comfort in and just like his task. We're going to go here, gets delivered.
It's quite interesting, isn't it, for certain people? I've got a lot of people asking when I'm coming back to YouTube and stuff because they love my videos.
Yeah.
All I was doing was skip work. That's probably the most boring thing for some people. But people don't know about it until you actually watch it and go, oh, fucking hell, okay, that's a little bit more interesting than you realise, isn't it? Yeah. Good time to drink, Tom.
Sorry, I apologize. I was just thinking, I was chatting to someone this week who listens to the podcast, so he'll know who he is. And
definitely not me.
He said he was wanting to do videos, and he actually made a video, and we never actually put it on YouTube. And he said what he was doing now wouldn't be very good to put out because it's fridge work. And I think at the time I may have made a joke about, like, I don't know, something about fridges, or I don't know, but
as in reefer trailers,
reefers, yeah. But it really, again, there is a kind of when you're doing something, sometimes it may not seem interesting. A bit like I for instance, this week, and as I have been throughout since I've got it, I've been doing Microsoft Flight Simulator. Fucking love it, by the way. I have to just briefly talk about this. And actually, I have got this actually kind of nicely rolls into my actual topic, if you don't mind. We'll go down there. I know.
Hang on, have we even started this podcast? This is the thing.
Oh shit! Yeah. Hello, this is Just Another Trucking Podcast. I'm Tom. There's David, Chloe. How are we doing?
Flight Simulator.
There we go. Flight Simulator.
Go.
So this actually quite nicely rolls into Half-Life 3 is where this rolls into, but I will explain it.
Half-Life 3? Is that a game?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not just a game; it is the game. But anyways,
okay, we'll see. Yeah.
But it's a game.
Not as good as Red Dead, but okay.
Oh, yeah. We'll come. We'll come back around to Half-Life because fuck me, it is. It's. But anyways, so Microsoft Flight Simulator, I've been fucking getting into it so hard because I do love it. I love that kind of thing. And again, for a pilot, I'm sure that's a very kind of like, it's just a mundane thing, but for me, it's fantastic. I love it. I love the health that's setting up the aircraft, all of that sort of thing. But, and this is where the kind of the thing comes, I have got a new mod for it. It's called Beyond ATC, and it is fucking wild. It's just, it's bent my brain a little bit. Wow. So when you're kind of say for instance you'll be about to kind of go onto the runway, she'll be like Speedbird 2295, holding at 23 right, ready for takeoff. And then the AI will then say back to you and respond to you, and it sounds like a real person responding. And if you're in Manchester, they will sound like they're from Manchester.
You know, it is actually a real person. People can opt to choose to be the guy.
Oh yeah, no, and I get what you're saying, yeah, but it's AI speaking back to you, and
that's a bit weird.
It's crazy cool. It's crazy cool. Again, Edinburgh, it sounds like someone from Edinburgh. You get like, for instance, like London Central, like London Control. That'll be kind of, and there's like 40,000 voices, but So, Half-Life. Half-Life is the game of my childhood. It's probably one of the most it's you'll actually find a lot of games have their roots back to Half-Life. It was Half-Life was the first game where it really had a story, an actual proper story-driven thing, where you actually felt like you weren't just shooting things; you were part of this whole world. And there were other games, but this was the first real shooter, where it set all these. It was groundbreaking. And Half-Life 2 came along, and I don't know if you ever saw some of the original things for it, but it had a full proper physics engine. And it was groundbreaking. This is why suddenly games started having proper physics.
Is this like a horror game?
No, it's a little bit of horror, I guess, but kinda. But they're not. They're not
this
called.
Is why I've not played it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not called zombies, but yes, there are kind of they're called
zombies,
head
basically.
crabs and stuff like. But basically, yeah. But
They're
but
zombies.
basically,
They're basically monsters.
Half-Life 3 has been this. This it's like an urban legend. It's something that has it's been 20 years that we've been waiting for this new game to come out.
Is it new? Is it?
It was for Half-Life 3, but it's been a joke.
It's been around for a while.
Yeah. Oh, it's been all around for a long,
Yeah,
long
I've definitely
time.
heard it
But
before. I
but
just
the third
chose not
one,
to play it.
yeah, which is fair. But the third one's coming potentially because they did this documentary, and during it they kind of teased this shit. But all the way through it, they kept talking about the AI in the past two games and how rudimentary they were. And the way they were talking about it, I have a theory that the next one, if this is true, the next one is going to have proper AI. And with that beyond ATC, I was thinking, I wonder if they're going to make it so that when you talk to an NPC, you actually talk to the NPC and it can respond to you. Because how fucking cool would that be?
Person sort of thing.
Exactly. Think about how cool that would
is
be.
what? What's ATC?
Beyond ATCs for Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's the thing
the
where you
AI
can talk
that talks back to you.
It's air traffic control is what that is. But imagine in an actual game where you can talk to the people and they can respond to you, much like your Google can and stuff like that.
Though, because then you got literal iRobot happening and
Not scary.
I don't know. But think about
Don't they already have those games?
intelligent.
Isn't there already a game out that does that?
I don't know. Is there?
There is.
Probably,
I don't know what
yeah.
game it was. I was just watching this game one time where you're walking around. You can literally talk to people and they'll respond to you. And
I think there may have been a mod for Skyrim. Was there that was doing something? And there was Skyrim's like a Bethesda
like a
game.
fantasy
It's
game, yeah.
Fosroda. No one.
no.
Skyrim. Okay.
No.
Just
Not
me.
one I've really played.
So someone I guarantee you there's going to be someone that's going to be like, yeah, fucking right. I never got into it, but I know Fosroda. I've got you, fam. But is that not fucking cool?
Absolutely.
Why
I think
neither
it's-
of you
I think
two
it's
getting
awesome.
excited about this
Scary.
shit.
I think it's scary, but
You know,
it's
I
cool.
like-
It's cool.
I was using Gemini today, and but I was able to talk to her. I have a female English voice, but I was able to talk to her like a normal person. You know what I mean? I didn't have to
It's
get my words correct.
weird.
I was like, wait, no, hold on. I just want one word compliments. That's all I want. You know what I mean? I just want to have a string of one word compliments so I can just copy and paste into a text message. Okay, no, I understand what you're talking about now. Here is just one line compliments. There you go. You know, and it was just it's just much easier to do now.
Who were the compliments for?
It was for Tom. You know, I was trying to perk him up a little bit.
What the fuck? Wait, was that a whole bit of joke, you fucking dick?
Was this earlier?
Yeah, I
Was this in the
remember.
chat earlier.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
yeah, I
It's
do
like,
that,
You
yeah.
said
I
we
like
actually
that, I like that.
we like Tom
But
being on the
have
chat.
you used the Gemini Live chat before?
I've used it last week, but that was it. You know what I mean? I've never used it before then. I just thought it was me and my wife. We were.
Is that an app you got to download, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah. So we were just asking, hey, can you give us some general knowledge questions? And it kept us happy for like an hour until we had to do other stuff.
It's really weird.
It was
just point out, you can be more specific than that. So you can say, can you do like some like questions, but on Futurama, say, or on like
yeah, that's
you
a
can
good
be
one.
really specific with it, and it's crazy. And like we did one in the car with the boys, and it was like in season 2, episode what did Bender say to this person? I'm like, fuck, how was it asking? Like, it was asking questions, and I'm like, I was stumped on some of them.
That's
like,
cool.
It was.
Oh my god, yeah. My wife just suggested we should do Rick and Morty.
Absolutely do a
I
Rick
would
and
be
Morty
all up
one.
for that.
I guarantee you it'll be fucking ace, mate. It'll be fucking
This is
great.
going to make everyone's Christmas, because I'd be up for that at Christmas time with like the family.
Well, this
Right?
is it. Yeah,
That would be
this
so
is
much
it.
fun.
And you can be. There was one thing that I wasn't being not rude, or I wasn't being sexist or sex. I can't remember what it was, but it was like, yeah, I don't like to talk about that, but that's not what I was saying though. You misunderstood what I said. I didn't actually say what you think I said. This is what I said. And I was like, yeah, we don't Venus. There we go. Yeah, it was the word Venus. She kept thinking that I was saying penis. And she was just I was like, yeah, we're trying to keep this as clean as we can, so if you can try refrain from using those kind of words. I'm like, but I wasn't. It's a planet. Will you please listen to me? I'm answering your question.
Did she understand eventually?
You know, no, she didn't. It was just kind of annoying. You know,
where her brain's going.
Yeah, but no, it's absolutely great. You could probably, if you were, that'd be great for if you're truck driving, because it's hands free. You can have
I use it a lot.
Yeah, you can just have an actual conversation. I heard that there's these games out there, or there's this app out there. I just saw it on the news. I hope it was real news. Half the time I don't even know if it's real or fake news anymore. But there was this, I think it was a 12-year-old boy. He downloaded this application, but it was where he ended up having a fake girlfriend. So it was an AI girlfriend, and the AI convinced him to kill himself so they could be together.
That is true, that one. That is true.
Yeah. That's what the hell?
What, the AI convinced? Like,
right. So the problem is...
See, this is what I mean, it's scary.
But the problem is that these... some of these AI systems, and this is why with certain things with the Gemini, if you ask it, like, because I was asking it on something, because what was it? Benghazi, that was it. Because I was listening to a John Lover episode, and he made a joke about Hillary Clinton did Benghazi or something like that. And I was like, and this is something I've heard like a bunch of times. I was like, what the fuck is Benghazi? I've heard it like a bunch of times. So I asked it, and then I asked it a follow-up question and it told me what it was, and it explained how like the Hillary Clinton thing was all kind of connected in with that. And I said, right, but was she actually involved in it, or is that just like a right-wing propaganda thing? And then it then said, I'm sorry, I cannot, and so it was obviously something where if you get too far down like a political rabbit hole, it's like, hey, I'm not dealing with this shit. You got to find this information for yourself. I'm fucking out.
Oh, really?
So it's clearly got some like, just so it doesn't go down like because do you remember the AI that Microsoft did on Twitter? And
no.
Let's just say no. Can you? I completely remember. So go ahead and refresh everyone else's memory.
So Microsoft made an AI, and it was this really, really nice sort of like, how's everyone day? Lovely stuff, like beautiful replies. And within 24 hours, it had learned off too many people, and it was saying that Hitler did nothing wrong.
Oh,
and
wow.
like
Maybe
it
he
went
didn't.
dark.
I'm convinced already.
Oh my god! Like it went dark real fast. It was not great, and but like the problem is, the AIs, they learn from the loudest voices. Fortunately, we all know where the loudest voices come from.
Yeah,
it's not great. So yeah, it's a whole thing.
That's interesting that they do that. Yeah, the loudest voices. That makes a lot of sense. The loudest voices get the people, regardless if it's right or wrong.
Yeah.
Squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Oh my God, yeah. That's what I used to tell my students. Let's go ahead and just talk about truck driving for just 1 second. So yeah, if you are a new driver,
Oh right, yeah, we're a trucking
never,
podcast. That's right.
and you're never getting what you want, and you're kind of like, oh, I'll just wait till I get a reply. As in, like, they're gonna grease those squeaky wheels. If you're not a squeaky wheel, you're not going to get the same attention. You know what I mean? So, and it's a sad thing to do, and nobody likes a squeaky wheel. You know, but you got to shut that squeaky wheel up. You know, and I used to tell my students that, and like, you can try your best not be squeaky, but if you are, if you really need to get something done, go ahead and just complain as much as you can. Like, be on that phone and annoy the crap out of them. That's the only way you're going to get shit done. If you're loaded, if they're telling you to stand by and wait for a new load, because you're not getting paid to stand by. That's what sucks about it. You don't get paid to stand by. You know, you just got to wait, and all of a sudden, like, you can't go off and have a beer or, and do all this kind of thing, and then all right, boom, all of a sudden, yeah, okay, you have a load. But sometimes I've waited 24 hours. You know, I was like, still nothing left, because I wasn't in a hurry. I actually didn't care. I was basically home because I had set up my semi truck to have everything I needed.
Yeah.
You know, I had my computer, I had my food, I had my fridge, I had everything to keep me occupied. I had a gym basically in there as well. I set it up to where I could just do as much as I possibly could. So I never really cared. I wasn't stressing for money or anything. You know what I mean? It was just I didn't have
when you
rent.
were eating half a Subway for dinner and.
Yeah, this is a different time. I had a lot more money this time, so I didn't really care. But back then, when I first started, though, I was really squeaky because I needed to make money. If I didn't get a full day in, I was complaining. So I actually got a lot of work when I was a new driver because I just kept on because I was stressing for money. If they ever had me wait,
that's probably a thing, though, isn't it? As a new driver, you're asking for it all, and then when you get a bit more senior and relaxed about it.
Yeah, a lot of times you don't need to ask for it all because you're more prepared. So what I would do the day before I deliver, I'd ask for a new load. I want to ask for it to be like I want them to be already. I want to be already set up. So I'd always make sure I was always set up for the next load, way before that you would normally ask. All right, because a lot of times you just might slip between the cracks of the planners and they didn't see you. You know, and so basically say, hey, I will be ready with 5 hours left after I'm unloaded, and this is the time I'll be ready. And of course, this is how many hours I have left for the rest of the week. You know, so a lot of times I didn't need to be that squeaky wheel because I would already be prepared. But when I first started off, I didn't know how to plan properly. I didn't know whose was there shoes I needed to polish? I just made that one up myself, but who I needed to actually. Yeah. So yeah, it's just I would just tell new drivers that eventually be the squeaky wheel if you want to be, but learn how to not be. And so yeah. Yeah, there we go. We got truck driving into the podcast.
Fucking it's crazy, yeah.
There was another time we did mention ETS2.
Which counts. I think that was going to count for the whole episode until you said that.
You're a truck simulator. Yeah.
I do like talking about trucks. I have this script that I'm writing right now for a YouTube video. It's just that I feel like it's gonna I wouldn't say fall on deaf ears or anything, but okay, good.
Did someone just win in the background? Someone just
overtaken? I've got the window open because it's bloody hot in here.
Oh, that was yours, is it?
So right, someone just shouted as I go past the window.
Just some randomer, yeah.
It's just a random person.
Just some randomer.
I want to. I wrote a script while I'm still writing. Like how not to grind your gears. A genuine educational video and like the reason why you're grinding and all that kind of stuff. But most people, they're never going to drive. The only time they're ever going to drive a manual is in their school, and the stuff I'm teaching is for post school when you're out of school. Because you kind of don't follow the same rules when you're in real life because you're going to have real life situations. You don't have real life situations in school. You know what I mean?
Story.
So, and they just want you to pass their class, and then so they can get new students. So they're not going to go into depth the way that I would love to go into depth when it comes to teaching you how to.
The only time that I ever grind gears is when I come in somewhere and I need to reverse back to go and tip. But obviously, with it being a tipper, we're a lot quicker. There's a lot less like looking around.
You don't give it time to
checking
do anything.
No. So we're just fucking immediately getting into reverse gear. But apparently, someone told me that if you put it into second gear, and kind of let it. You'll slow it down a little bit, and then you can put it into reverse. But I'm always in such a rush that I forget to. So what I always get is try to get it into reverse.
I think you've got synchronizers in trucks as well, because I know in cars and that, if you put it into a certain gear and switch
Not
into
in.
reverse,
I don't think in reverse gear they don't.
No, that's what I mean. In reverse, you don't have synchronizers, do you?
Yeah,
Where you get the clunk more often. Like in my car, that's what you get.
It's annoying because you can set off in R2 with mine, but only if you've got like a little bit of a hill because it's obviously high range.
Mine's like that. If I try and set off in the reverse 3, I can do 1 and 2, but then in 3 you have to like get it into 3 before you even start moving, otherwise it won't do it. So if you're on a hill or anything, you're screwed. It starts getting clutch. You can't deal with it.
But so you can get it into gear, but you have to synchronize the gears into R2, and that's something I could maybe do with going forwards when I'm not having to like think about reversing, but I can't.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
My brain doesn't allow for synchronizing of a gear and reversing. That's too much information for my brain. I'm too dumb. I'm like way too dumb for that shit.
So you'd rather have the crunch and people look at you going, dickhead.
Oh. But they do anyways. I always get people looking at me thinking I'm a dickhead. So nothing changes. That's fine.
By the way, did you come to a standstill in the snow? Sorry, just completely change the subject there.
No, we didn't have a flake up here.
Did you not?
Not a flake. Apparently you had a bit down there.
Not?
No.
You did not? Oh my God, we had it bad.
Really? Like inches? What do you mean? As in, what do you got?
Right. No.
All right, it's not like you're bad, David.
Right. What we consider bad and what you consider bad are two very different things.
Plus, also, it's normally up north that gets it bad and not us, but this time it was us and not you guys.
It's so strange that
Which
you guys
really
didn't get
bizarre.
it up north.
We got it bad, pretty bad, in where we were anyway. It's like Exeter, and that was quite bad, right? Took me, what would normally take me 20 minutes to get to a job, 3 hours.
Okay.
Wow.
3 hours to get to one job.
Okay. At least you're
getting.
getting.
And then I had one driver.
At least you're getting paid hourly.
One driver stuck for 7 hours.
Getting paid hourly to do nothing.
And then we had another driver have to go. Oh my God! Rob had to go all the way down to like the bottom end of Cornwall to go and do a collection because we needed the bin. So he went all the way down through Plymouth and that long way. And then on the way back, he was like, "If I go back that way, I'm going to run out of drive time. If I go the other way, I run the risk of snow. What shall I do, Chloe?" And I went, "Don't put this on me, mate. Like, what?"
Yeah.
Like, he's like, "Make a decision. Go left or right. Make a decision now. I was like, "Fuck it. Just go in the snow. It says it's open." He's like, "All right." Anyway, he literally rings me from this like Launceston where the snow was really bad. He's like, I don't know why this road is open, but I'm on it. And he's fucking like, you know, like David, when you explained about your trailer going down sideways down like this embankment or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. That's apparently what he was doing. He was shitting himself. He said his arsehole was like a rabbit's nose. I was like, brilliant.
It's so scary. You know, you can't touch the brake, but if you touch the brake, you know, your instinct is to touch the brake. But once you touch it, bye trailer.
Sorry, I got really, really excited about snow. Then
it depends. Like with trailers, it depends.
It's fine.
If they grip too much and stuff like that, you've got to be fucking careful with it. It's just engine braking a lot of the time. Just taking it as
a lot of times you're
away.
Not supposed to. Now, I feel like if you're new, don't use your engine brake.
Okay,
use your
let me correct what I've just said there, because when I say engine brake, I don't actually mean. I mean just letting the engine slow you down, as in just keep
that's
it
what
in,
it is. Yeah,
keep it in
basically
gear, stuff like that.
You can do
but
that.
Don't actually put the engine brake on because.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's fair.
Again, a lot of people. Sometimes I feel like you have to. All right, when you're going around little bends, I would prefer to not use the regular brakes, because if I use the regular brakes, the trailer is going to start drifting towards the ditch. But if I just use the engine brake, I can control the truck from slowing down, and that way I have a little more control. Again, it's more of an expert driving here at this point. You know what I mean? Where I'm like very aware of my truck. I'm not like forgetting anything. I've made every mistake under the book, and now I know what I'm doing. But there was times when just to prevent my trailer. Okay, what I should have done is had chains on everything. Okay, it's just that I had to connect 20 trailers. I can't be. I'm going all around town, moving trailers around. You know what I mean? Having to chain up every single time. Yeah, I'm like, come on, you're asking me to do too much here. So, but I know a way to do it. I know that sounds.
I don't need this.
I don't want to give out. I don't want to. You know what I mean? I don't want to like have video evidence of me doing something I'm not supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? It's just sometimes you can do wrong things, but you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
is the thing. You know what I mean? It was just so I could actually do my job that they want me to do. But of course, they don't want me to be bad.
So I fully hoped I'd be in the newspaper for doing a good deed, right? So don't laugh at me. I'm really
sorry.
What
did you do? Open a door for somebody?
No. I was going up a hill, and there was about 4 or 5 cars. Couldn't get up the hill.
So you came in behind them and pushed them all, crushed most of them.
I stopped, put a handbrake on, hence, all right, I put the handbrake on and started sliding backwards and sat there going, oh, fuck! But it's fine. I got out and I pushed these cars out the way with the help of 2 men.
Oh, you got out, but
there
not
was
with your own
people on the bridge recording, and I thought, this better be on frickin' the local newspaper as, like, hero driver from EMS.
2 foot blonde girl saves a bunch of vehicles.
Super awesome trucker blonde girl. Saves the day. No, I wasn't on the newspaper. I did all that. It was good deed.
Well, did you check the newspaper?
Cars. I did. I tried to search for everything.
So you actually went to the store and grabbed the newspaper.
Well, all right, I did the online. No, I didn't do that extreme, but
did you call the newspaper yourself and say, "Hey, by the way, you should like you should
notify me. I've done a good deed. Just put the note out there. Find out who did the recording. You know."
Oh yeah. I've done some. It wasn't recorded. You know, I didn't do it because I knew there was cameras.
I was joking. I just did it because they were in my way, man. I had to get them out of the way.
Oh, I hear you. What I used to, there was a customer that I was working at. Like I'll be there all day. You know what I mean? So between a few different customers, but a lot of people were getting stuck in the snow. A lot of times they couldn't actually connect to the trailers because the trailer was dropped when it wasn't snowing, and then it snowed. And now the trailer, basically the bottom of the trailers would be a lot closer to the ground of the snow. So when people tried to connect to it, they couldn't connect to it properly.
Does
that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's because it's at the wrong.
It's
at the wrong height now because the truck is a little higher.
Yeah.
And people were basically digging holes. They would back up. They would back up to the trailer. The fifth wheel would touch the bottom of the trailer, and all of a sudden they're just spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. You know. So I told them, okay, I would just do this for my own guys. As like. Do yourself a huge favor, right? Back up as fast as you possibly can. Just back up as fast as you possibly can. All right. And but try to hit the brakes as soon as it's over. Right? I can do it and I can show you. Otherwise, you're going to dig yourself a hole. You're going to have to chain up. When you don't have to chain up because the road is fine, it's just that the parking lots are fucked. You know. And so I just trust me. Or they can make sure you make sure you have that fifth wheel all the way down. But sometimes that wasn't good enough, or sometimes you had to do that as well. But anyway, it was just like back up as fast as you can. But as soon as you're underneath, slam those brakes. Just because now you have the weight of the trailer that has the pressure on the tires.
There shouldn't be any snow underneath or less snow underneath.
Yeah,
exactly. You know, it was just to get the. So anyway, so I saved a lot of people trouble there, you know, and
well, you say this.
If they get it right,
it's either that or you've also made a lot of people crash into trailers.
Well, how would I?
Well, if they fucking miss.
Oh well, okay. Well, you know, I'm not asking to go 2 miles ahead and flip a U-turn while driving, and all of a sudden, you know what I mean? It's just driving a fucking straight line.
I mean, yeah, but if they miss, then their bed becomes extended into the back of the trailer, like.
Yeah.
The bed goes back into the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer, if it comes through the back of the cab, it's going to be sharing the bed.
If we miss the pin, that's it. Your cab goes into the trailer.
There was no missing of the pin. There is no missing of it.
It's
because
you maybe,
too skilled, obviously.
But trust me, stupid
there
is
some
as stupid
dumbasses
does.
out there.
And I've missed the pin before.
Although saying that, David, you've got longer. Your tractor units are longer, aren't they?
Yeah.
So effectively, you're going to hit the trailer legs before you hit the cab, aren't you? If you miss the pin.
Pretty close. I have backed up, and I was backing up nice and slowly. I had the trailer was up way too high when I was. This is on a normal day when I first started truck driving, you know. But I would back up and I would keep backing up, but I didn't realize I was stupid. I didn't check the height of the trailer, you know. So I keep backing up. I'm like, shouldn't I have felt a click by now? You know what I mean? And I'm basically just about to hit the side fairings or side wings or whatever they're called in the side of the truck. I can't remember what they're called. What are they called again? Spanner? What are they called? You know, the very
fairings. The side
fairings.
bits.
The wind deflectors.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Those things. But anyway, it was like, of course, I didn't actually hit anything. The airlines did get covered in grease because the front of the trailer is always covered in grease, and then the airlines rubbed up underneath and everything.
I took the lights out once doing that.
Yeah.
Like I cracked the lights on the legs. I was going back into a Skelly trailer, and I thought, in my head, the Skelly came to the back, and because I'd missed the pin and had gone over it, and I heard a crunch as I hit the fucking legs, and I got out. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake! And I was looking at it, but I'd thought it was coming to the right position. I'm waiting for it to kind of come to the right bit, and then sometimes you can be a dumbass. It's easy fucking done.
But you've got to make the mistake to learn from it half the time.
Well, or at least pay attention to other people who are giving you the advice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As in, like, this can happen. You know?
If someone says it's happened, it's fucking happened.
Yeah. Yes.
If there's a warning, there's a story.
God, every mistake out there. Every mistake, I think I've made them all.
It's as we've said, that guy that comes up to you in the yard and says, "Oh, don't do that." He's fucked that up once. He's fucked that up more than once.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, snow. It was funny that we were just talking about the snow right before I got on the podcast with my wife, and I was like, you know what? I hope we get like 2 feet of snow. I really do.
I want snow this year.
You know what I mean? I feel bad for the drivers out there and everybody who needs to be on the road and all that kind of stuff. And I'm sorry for them. Like, but I don't have to do that anymore. And my wife doesn't have to go to work. She can do the work from home, you know, instead of driving to the office. That, you know, but I just want snow. It's fun to play with.
It is fun with snow. Yeah, when you don't have to worry about it, it's fun.
Yeah. I sure remember when I was a kid and it was like feet of snow. Like it was like at least like a foot and a bit of snow. And it was fucking amazing. Like, but there might have been 2 foot of snow. Best part of, me and my stepdad were out like building igloos and shit. It was fucking amazing. Like it was the jam. Was that, and just hasn't happened since. So this is the problem. This is the reason why we stop climate change, because I want snow. Mm-hmm. Like with climate change, there's going to be less snow, isn't there? Which sucks because snow's great.
I've noticed though that the seasons have got more extreme. Have you not?
You get too much snow, or you get too much heat.
Yeah,
it's the heat. So that's the one I can't fucking deal with.
Oh, heat's too much. Yeah, I'd rather like wrap up warm and have snow. Although the cold,
exactly.
Can't do the cold wet. That is freezing. That's like the coldest thing ever.
Well, yeah, cold is usually freezing.
No, cold is not usually freezing. Freezing is usually freezing.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Pedantic bastards.
I try sometimes. Yeah, I try.
I was talking about so when I was me and my wife, well, my girlfriend at the time, we were I was meeting her at her place, but I had to try get through across town, but it was stop and go. It took me like 3 hours, but I didn't even get there because I had to go through the city center. And I just decided to take the exit and park my car in a regular parking space on the side of the road in the city, you know, downtown, skyscrapers everywhere. But as soon as I stopped, it was the most relaxing, calmest feeling I ever had in my entire life. Because I was stressed before. It was annoying, you know what I mean? I didn't have chains on or anything, you know, but as in like, it was just like, I wasn't relaxed. It was just like, come on, Jesus Christ, let's go. What are we stopping for? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, seriously, if you have a vehicle that can't handle it, why are you on the road? And it was just like, once I pulled off, it was the most, because everything is silent. Yeah. Even though there was cars everywhere and there was carbon monoxide all over the place, you know, from the exhausts and everything. But once I got out and I parked, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to catch there's a tram, like a train public
We
transportation.
know what a tram is. I believe we have had them in England before.
No, I was trying to think if that was actually what it was called.
Yeah,
and I think, and like, and actually it goes right by her apartment. I'm just gonna casually make my way over there. And a lot of people, that's what turns out what a lot of people did. They just parked because there was no moving. There was too many cars that were trying to go up hills and stuff. And it was just absolutely ridiculous. Just the freeway, because there was a hill on the way to her place, and you could see all the cars that were just abandoned. And like the next morning, all the cars were still there. And there could be like 4 lanes of traffic. And there was only 1 lane that was going through all the lanes. Weaving in and out of all the
avoiding all the parked cars. Amazing.
Yeah, it looked like a horror scene. You know what I mean? Just it was creepy. You know the way when there's like an apocalypse and on the freeways you're kind of like weaving your way through, and that's what it was like. It was just, and the snow makes it so quiet too because there's no road noise. And there's no so everything's just so quiet.
It's just cool, isn't it? The calm after the storm, isn't it, as well? It's like the next day when it's all the carnage, you're like, I'm back at home. It's safe. We're all gravy.
There's nothing nice than looking at the traffic on your phone, like everything's red, on the on Google Maps. I'm like, I'm not in that. I'm so happy right now.
What? Do you genuinely bring up your phone just to look at the traffic and be like, yeah?
Do you remember the days?
Yes, I fucking do. You know how many times I have been in that red traffic? It is just more of like I'm not in it, and it puts me in a good mood. I'm sorry for everybody else who's causing that red to happen.
Traffic on this road normally gets bad. Let's have a little look. Yep, it's bad. Unlucky.
Wankers. See, around here, there just isn't traffic. Unless something catastrophic happens. So we did have like last week or the week before, was it? We had like 2 crashes that were fairly bad. And the problem is, everything's like there's just no traffic around here. It just doesn't. Like there's a bit that when you're coming back from Sellafields, just 'cause and this is literally one place.
Summerfields.
No, Sellafield.
Oh right, I was going to say Sellafield.
Yeah, no, Sellafields. No, it's one place. All the people leave at end of shift, and it causes chaos on the roads for about like an hour or something. I mean, that's really about it. But like when there's an actual crash, everything grinds to a halt because we only have a certain number of roads out here. We don't have dual carriageways. We have one stretch of dual carriageway that lasts maybe about 2 miles. And within an hour from here, that's the only one. So yeah, when it goes wrong here, it fucking goes wrong. And everyone's trying to go through like housing estates, and you've got like wide loads trying to go through fucking crazy ass places. And well, just there's no other way. Like we were looking at going through this like tiny little village called St. Bees, and we're like, are we going to fit around that corner down in the bottom? And there's fucking Arctics going down there. I'm thinking, there's no way you're getting. I don't know where you fucking think you're going. We're in an 8-legger, and we're fucking worried about going through there. Yeah. Oh well.
There's a video that I sent you guys. Tom responded to it. It was the stereotypical things that make truck drivers angry.
Oh, I watched it as kids. Yeah.
It is really good.
Yeah.
As in, like, it was like it was made for me. But no, this is just so just to paint a picture with words. So the truck driver's driving at 70 miles an hour, and what is it? And then there's a car that overtakes him at 75.
Let's just back up a second here. In America, trucks aren't limited to 56.
Okay. So let's say you have unlimited whatever. Again, in America, this is an American truck. All right. So the truck is going at 70 miles an hour, and there's a car that overtakes them at 75, and then gets in front of the truck, and then slows down to 70 or 65, and now the truck has to back off. So now the truck will overtake that guy, and it shows what speed they're going. So now the truck is going 70 miles an hour. The car is going 65 miles an hour. The car realizes that the truck has overtaken him. So what does the car do? He speeds up. And it was just like, and the other one too, when another truck overtakes another truck, when one truck overtakes another truck, and as soon as the truck is past the truck in the slow lane, the car behind you kind of just cuts right into the slow lane to overtake you. I found that very annoying. But one way to fix that problem is to have your turn signal on the entire time while you're overtaking. I've never had anybody ever cut into the slow lane to get around me when I'm overtaking. When you have your turn signal to get back into the slow lane.
To be fair, I've never really had anyone undercut me in those circumstances. I know it does happen.
It's a lot of time. It's just when you're overtaking. Am I past them? Like I usually get a light. Usually they'll flash their lights.
Yeah, you want the safe distance, don't you? Before
you know what I mean? So something,
yeah,
because I don't want to get over right now because I don't want to have that. Yeah, that stopping. I don't want to take away that stopping distance from the truck. So I'll wait just a little bit longer, because sometimes I'm overtaking him only 1 mile an hour faster than he's already going.
Yeah,
because
it takes a minute
and that
or two,
sucks because I'm literally governed faster, and there was other ones too, but it was just a really fun little animation that was absolutely amazing that I just felt like it was made for me. But
again, just backing off, just back off. If you're doing like same thing as if you're doing 56 and the truck overtaking you's doing like 56 and a bit. Just knock it down a little bit. Yeah. Just let the guy go. Christ, just.
Honest, if you just cut off the accelerator, that's all you have to do.
Just for a second.
Stop watching your movie and pay attention to what's around you once in a while.
It's a true story, that.
So, I've been getting a lot of truck driving thing on Facebook lately because I have a new Facebook account. So,
is that how you solved it? You just started again.
Yeah, I just started again. So a lot of people are not getting friend requests. So instead of the 500 people I used to have, I'm just going to 100's fine. But the algorithm's different. For the reels and all that kind of stuff. It turns out I'm a Republican. I'm getting a lot of pro MAGA stuff on the reels. I really am. I'm like, what the hell? Like, why am I getting all this stuff? It's like, just because I'm watching it doesn't mean I like it.
It does. I find this with a lot of them. I listen to Kale's TikTok, and the amount of right wing stuff that comes up is crazy. It is crazy how much of it comes up, and it is
A lot of times I wait for the part of it where it says what he's just said is wrong, and oh no, that's the end of the video. Okay, all right, So I get a lot more trucking stuff too. I'm getting a ton of trucking material on the reels now as well. So that's kind of cool that I'm getting that. So I see a lot more of that. I didn't get it before. I got a little bit once in a while, but I'm getting a lot. It's just I like the trucking stuff. I really do. I saw this one guy. He was making a right-hand turn. It was with I think it was an American truck. I do believe it was an American truck, but I think it was in Brazil or something, right? And he was making this right-hand turn that he knew he could not make. I think he could not get past that pole, all right? And so what he did, he started making the turn, and then he just put it into reverse and reversed as much as he possibly could to where the back of the trailer is now going forward, even though the truck is going in reverse. You can paint that picture.
Yeah.
So basically... And so he did that, and then he did a little S thing, and then he was able to get around that pole. Then it was just you can't do it.
Was it? Did you send us the one? It was you that sent the one of the Chinese guy that just fucking YOLO'd it around that corner where he fucking takes out the lamppost, fucking everything.
Oh, I sent that one.
Oh, was it you?
The long one when he was trying to get around the corner. I'm just trying to think which, and it's like the extend. Did you notice it's like an extendable trailer as well? And he obviously catches something, and it just gets worse because it starts extending himself, and then he just goes, "Oh, do you know what? Fuck it!" It just floors it. It just takes something that explodes, like his wheels or something. That was hilarious.
What? How do you know it was an Asian?
Because you can just tell. You can tell by the trucks.
Oh, you can tell by the trucks, not by the bad driving.
It's like
okay. No. You can tell by the road, and you can tell by the trucks. Yeah. It's like the trucks of like Chinese trucks have got they look European, but there's a few differences with them.
A lot of them they're the Hino ones and things like that, aren't they?
So have you seen the Chinese ones where they've got the jacks on the back end of it to get them around corners?
The jacks?
Yes, I have seen those.
It's
and
wild.
I kind of think, oh my god, how useful would that be?
So basically, what they've got is a jack. It jacks up the back end of the trailer, and it kind of just falls to one side.
Yeah, so it lifts up and tilts and jumps the trailer over.
Oh my god, I need to write that down. That's a great little add-on for the game. You know what I mean? That would be cool. Really cool.
See if I can try and find for you.
Yeah, you could.
Where you could buy them. in the game.
bonus.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I'm sorry,
But yeah,
folks. I have just made a new microtransaction.
But no, honestly, you have a look at their videos, David. It's literally just like a ram that they shoot down. Like they pump it or wind it, don't they, or something? I can't remember what they do.
Oh, I thought it'd be like an automatic hydraulic thing to where you can
yeah,
do
it's like one of them. And it literally, the whole trailer just bumps over. It's just, and you're like, wow, that like in that sort of circumstances, the roads they've got, that's amazing. I could do with that.
I used to play ETS2 Japan. And Japan is way harder than any other place any other level that I've ever played on ETS2. I know, Chloe, you don't play that game, correct?
I know it though. I do know.
Yeah,
it.
but
the
Japan mod is just ridiculously hard. There's some of the customers that you're trying to get to is just absolutely insane. I don't even have the hard customer part turned on. You know?
You're talking about the sorry, I was just about to send you a video. Is this the Japan mod you're talking about for ETS2? Is that?
Yeah.
Is it really good?
Oh, I love it. Sometimes I don't even play Europe. I only play Japan.
Really?
It's absolutely insanely hard compared to regular ETS.
Oh fuck yeah! I'm definitely out for that shit.
I do have a link that I can send you, and we're saying every time that ETS2 uploads. Or sorry, updates. They have to make a new update, and you got to do that again. But a lot of times you lose your progress, but it kind of sucks. But yeah.
So there is pro mods for ETS2, and that does have some really good like tight spots to get into, like are very very tight. But there's not enough of them.
No, there isn't. There isn't enough of them. You know, I have a level editor for ETS2 and the other one as well, where you can actually make your. I had it a long time. It's just there's not enough tutorials out there, and I didn't really understand the first guy's tutorial, and it's just. I struggled, and I just think, okay, I'm wasting too much time on this, and it's frustrating the fucking shit out of me. And I didn't. Because a lot of people are saying it's like, oh, I wish you could make levels for ETS2 and all that kind of thing. Yeah, I tried, and the thing is, I could probably sell them. Is the thing, you know, I could sell them, because I would love that. I absolutely would. Have you played the Academy, the new ETS2 Driver Academy?
No.
No, I haven't. No,
you haven't done that one. It's very hard. Some of them can be very hard, especially if you're playing on with an English truck, where you're right-hand drive, because the test is for the for left-hand drive trucks. So you can see that being very difficult, you know, because you're basically blindsiding.
Lots of blindsides and stuff.
Yeah.
So they do make it a little harder, but I know it's a great game. A lot of people say, as in like, this game is crap. You should. ETS2 is 10 times better. Wow, dude, seriously, 10 times better? That's awesome. I feel like it's 100 times better. So basically, you saying that ETS2 is 10 times better than my game is actually a compliment. All right, because they are. It is an absolutely fantastic game. They've got a team of people. They put thousands and thousands of hours. So, and just basically where it was like, obviously, I'm not trying to compete against ETS2. All right, I'm doing my own version of a truck driving game. All right, and that you can play, and where it's just top down. So and I'll never give ETS2 or American Truck Simulator a hard time, because they put the effort in. They have real cities and real places and real scenarios and all that kind of stuff.
No. Because this is such a bullshit thing, and it's one of these things that like, and I think they do it because of stuff like. If you think about it, this is like saying, I don't know. Have you ever played a game called Stardew Valley?
I don't think I've ever heard those words in my entire life.
So it's like imagine. Do you know the Legends of Zelda? Like for the Game Boy and for the SNES, but you know that kind of imagine that. Spyro. But like but that kind of that sort of like top down sort of like kind of a little bit almost 3D-ish.
It's fake 3D.
Yeah. But basically that, but it's a little farming simulating game. So basically you have to build your own farm, and it's really, really kind of calm. It's a lovely
bell.
Yeah, it's a lovely game.
I think I've played that, yeah.
That's like saying that is a rip-off of Farming Simulator 22, because Farming Simulator 22 is a farming game. Well, yeah, but they're both have very different objectives, and they both have very, very different things that they're trying to achieve. Like, ETS is all about driving from one city to another and doing stuff like that, and for all of the cargo, whereas your game is about specifically reversing maneuvers.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. So you can't... That's such a bullshit thing. Imagine again, say, if for instance, like, if someone came along and was like, I don't know, the next shooter, Call of Duty. Well, Call of Duty is just a rip-off of
GoldenEye.
Quake 3 Arena or like GoldenEye or something like that. Well, I mean, yeah, technically, but they're very different games, and they have a very different kind of way of doing things and stuff like that. That you can enjoy both. It's okay to like two things. This is the thing that I think with a lot of people, that they're so fixated on having a fucking like picking. It has to be this one. If it's not this one, no. Like, it's like the Aldi adverts. I like this one, and I like this one.
I love Aldi adverts.
Like, it's okay to like two things. That's
But
that's
this
something
cheaper
that's,
or something, isn't it? Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
One thing I want to do. Somebody came up with this idea, and he was joking, but kind of not. And I was like, kind of took it like it was like, okay, this is ridiculous. But then I was like, hold on a second. He was saying that during the game, there's going to be a secret entrance that nobody will know, and you'll never notice there, but you'll accidentally reach it, or you have to really, really look for it, to where you're going through a wall that you would normally hit.
It's like an Easter egg sort of thing, yeah.
So, and having an Easter egg, and all of a sudden you get transported and you're in a bank heist, and then you got to escape with all the money, but then you got to
you got to reverse out of it,
and then you got to back up into another building perfectly without hitting it, and just to evade.
God,
and like,
yes.
and then you basically get a skin that you cannot buy. So there's going to be a ton of skins that you can't buy, a ton of skins that you can, but there's going to be a ton.
You should totally do that, David.
You know, but
there
so
also has to be, the police have to be shooting at you. And like, so there has to be tracers going over the thing. Obviously, they don't actually hit you, but it's just to distract you.
Yeah, and you should also have like things that you've got to aim for, like, you know, you hit a bollard, which then bounces and takes out a police car.
Yeah.
So you've got, like,
that's a good one.
You've got to hit.
One that you wouldn't like. You keep on trying it, and I'm like, what if I hit this bollard? Like, basically, these are the Easter eggs that it's going to take you a long time. It's not going to be like, you have to. You have to accidentally.
You should totally do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
But
that'd be amazing.
Thanks. Now that I have your permission, Chloe, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks. You're very welcome.
Yeah, there's so many things that I hope my new guy, my new guy, but my developer, the coder, you know, he's working on the old game right now. But I want him to be working on a new game, but I have him do some other stuff. I've discovered that the European game isn't making me any money. It's making like 10 times less money than the American game, and also the RB game is not making any money compared to the US game, and they're all getting the same amount of downloads. So I was like, what the hell? So the in-app purchases are not doing anything, you know, as well as the ads. Their ads are getting the same amount, nearly, not quite as much. So, but in the US game, when you go to the store in the game, where you can like unlock the bonus level, or unlock the hard campaign, or unlock, you know, there's a lot to choose from, or you can just unlock everything, you know. We get a bundle deal. But in the other games, there is just you can get rid of ads for $2.99, or you can unlock everything for $7.99. That's it. So I thought I'd make it easier, but by making it easier, people aren't buying. So what I have to do now is actually make them feel like they're getting a deal, which, you know, like, okay, $5.99 to unlock the regular campaigns, and then another $5.99 to unlock the what's it called, the training and the bonus.
Yeah.
And $2.99 to unlock the ads, or you could just unlock everything for $7.99. And somebody brought that up to me.
Yeah, it's one of these things that's the reason why whenever you see these things online, like you see like these VPN stuff like that, it's always like 20% off now. It's not. But you know who the worst is for this? And let me just go in for a quick rant for a second. Because Domino's, this is to you.
As he adjusts the mic.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Domino's, you fucking pieces of shit. You're telling me 40 quid for 2 fucking pizzas? How about go fuck yourselves? You guys are pricks.
40 quid.
Anyways, but it's not. It's not. That's why they have deals on there, and it's like it's buy one get one free. It's this, but they're not fucking deals. They're not deals.
Yeah.
When I'm still spending by the time that I've got the deals, and you feel like you've got a good deal because you think, oh fucking hell.
Yes, you
look
get
at,
more.
Look, and it shows you like, oh, I've not like because the one that we got one. Reckons it knocked 60 quid off the bill or something like that. It hadn't. It was still 15 quid more than what it would have been to go to the regular fucking takeaway and get the same pizzas and shit like that. But it's this thing of, like, I don't know, they've convinced you.
Thing. It's the Black Friday thing.
Fucking winds me up. But sorry, yeah.
Massive sales, and it's not. It's just they say
but there is. We are kind of, as humans, we are kind of tricked into always looking for a deal. I tell you another place that's bad for this. Is Asda. Because Asda always has the buy one get one free deals everywhere. Or it'll be but sorry, not buy one. Get two. That's it. Get two for like £4 or something like that. And you automatically go, oh, that's quite a good deal. That I'll get two of them, and you get more. And I find like by doing that, I'm actually spending more money on it, but. In your head, you're still getting a deal. Deals. And again, the same thing with this game. It's the same kind of thing of you convince yourself it's a good deal.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it is a good deal, starting off by me making it easier for you guys. Can
I take a pit stop for a wee?
Absolutely.
Go ahead. I'll be 2 seconds.
Yeah, go on.
I wanted to talk about another one. So you talk about Asda or whatever, right? And there's a Fred Meyer. It's Fred Meyer's. It's a grocery store. And they won't have the individual price. They'll say, or they'll have the individual. One is this or something that's like, but for 5, it'll be $1 each. All right. So for 5, was it I'm trying to think now, like how they actually put it. They make it. You can get the item for the same cost. It's just that it's like they're doing the math for you. They're like, we're not giving you a deal. We're just telling you how much 5 will cost. You know what I mean? Or they're telling you how much 2 will cost. But 1 will still cost this much. And it's just like, instead of giving us the actual price of individual, they're just giving you a price of 5. When you could get 1 for, so it was like a 5, 5 for $5, or you can get 1 for $1. You know what I mean? It's like, you're actually not getting a deal. They're just like doing a little bit of maths for you. Sorry, maths. Sorry, I've been in America for too long. Words. We get rid of the S over here.
In the UK now, they have to put. So, say for instance, like when they've got all the different deals, they have to put the price per litre or like price per can or something like that, and they actually have to put down like the price per kilo, say, or price per gram, and then so they actually have to kind of like put it, and they'll do it really small. But if you look, it'll show you what the actual like price per kilo is, and so it'll be like 0. Like 56, and you can look at the other one, and the other one's like 0.5, and then you're looking at it, and then you can be like, well, that's not a fucking deal. And it's like a trick, and it's just a trick to try and get you to one thing that there was one place called Tesco's here, and they got into some trouble for doing this. They have this thing called a club card, where if you're part of the club, then you can get cheaper prices. But what they were doing is they're putting the club card price down, and then putting the actual price down in really small, so then that way, if you don't have a club card, you look at it and it's $1.99, but when you get to the counter, it's not. And those people those people who don't bother scanning their club cards, they get charged like an exorbitant amount more. And again, it's just it's all just a trick. That's the thing nowadays.
Well, the weirdest thing when I moved to America is that when you buy something that's non-food item wise, that's non-food, when you go up to the counter to pay for it, you actually don't know what the actual price is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Does it without tax, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that's the worst thing in the world. like, why can't they put two prices down? How much? This is how much it costs, and this is how much tax you're paying. That way, you know exactly how much it's going to cost. Like they know what they're doing. They know exactly, and it's just like they don't care. They just don't care. Like, oh my god, I was actually at a truck stop one time, and this is not a tax thing. They never had the prices down on anything on the for the candy, for the chocolate bars, for anything, any item in the store. Basically, it was a kind of convenience store inside the truck stop, and there was no prices whatsoever anywhere. There was barcodes, but no prices. And like so, and I knew this was going to piss
That's
her
actually
off.
in the UK. That's actually illegal, is that?
Yeah, I don't even know how. But so I basically, I had a lot of time. How much is this? Put it back. How much is this? Put it back. I know that's not her. She's not the reason why. You know what I mean? But I can't talk to the owner, but maybe she can be so fucking annoyed and pissed off at me that, like, seriously, we need to seriously. People are constantly asking what the prices are for everything. You know what I mean? It was just like, because I want to know what the price is. That's the reason why I buy certain items. Like, ooh, yeah, okay, that's much cheaper. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, because I like know what the prices
deals.
are.
Yeah.
But it was just an extreme. It was like, what the hell is wrong? You know? But yeah. But anyway.
It's a cap to my. So Spanner in the chat said that they raised the price before Black Friday and drop them back off to the normal price.
So
This is not just a Black Friday thing. They do this. They do this all year long. PC World Courage is one of the worst for it, and they do two tricks. In fact, there's quite a few places that do this where what they'll do is they'll hold it. In fact, honestly, I used to work for Halfords. It was one of my first jobs, and they did it there. We used to have these bikes in the back, and they were like £500 for this shit bike, and you're thinking, fucking hell, what's the point in that? And then they'll be like, oh, we're putting these bikes out this week. Oh, by the way, they're currently half price. They're £250 now, but they've held them in stock for a month, which is what they have to do before they reduce them at this higher price. They're not on sale anywhere, but yeah, and then they reduce them down. And the other one that they do as well is it's the cheapest price anywhere. And so what they'll do is they'll get a TV, and they'll be like, "Oh, can we?" When they're ordering it from like the place in like China or wherever it is, they say, "Could we get that one slightly different? And could we get it with a different remote control, just a slightly different remote control?" So when it comes in, it's the same TV, but it's technically a different SKU. And it might say like at the end of it, dash something. So it's the only place you can get it. Technically, it's the cheapest price, but it's also the only place that you can get it. And it's one of these things where, again, they just do these fucking sneaky shit just to try and trick you. And it does mean that people's brains are kind of set up so that when they see a deal, even if it's no good, they go for it. Which is, again, precisely what we're talking about the game with David's game. Because I'm guessing with the new deals that you've actually put up there, the new deals are probably worse than what they were previously, are they? Or they're not the same?
No, they're saying. Well, basically, the only deal that I've done now, somebody during my live suggested, it's like, hey, do I get a discount if I buy all 3 games? I was like, no, you don't.
But you should.
And then it was like, but you should. Why wouldn't you? You weren't. You know what I mean? It's like, hold on. Give me 24 hours. Give me 24 hours. By the way, anybody who's watching right now and has bought 2 games, give me an email and I'll send you the next one. Because I'm going to give you 3 games for $20 instead of you having to pay pay $30.
To buy 2, get 1 free.
And I'm really sorry that I haven't done this before. So thank you very much, person. And I'm selling half my purchases, half my sales now are where they're buying all 3 games. And
really,
I didn't even think about doing that before, and like that makes so much sense. Of course, before what I was doing, where if you buy 1 game, you can buy you get to have them all. You know what I mean? Isn't like like you bought 1 game, go ahead and try the other one. It was nice enough for you to give me $10 in the first place. It's only digital to me. I'm not doing any work for you. You know what I mean? Isn't like you wouldn't have bought it anyway. You know what I mean? If you weren't going to buy it anyway. Go ahead and try out the American version, or try out the European version, or try out the whatever. You know what I mean? You already gave me some money, but one thing that I do, that whole that $10. One thing that I don't do, is $10 for the game. All right, on the PC, and that's it. You don't pay any extra taxes after that. I could make that option, but I pay the taxes for your purchase. All right.
Yeah.
In that $10, I'm actually the taxes come out of that. All right.
Yeah.
The way it should be, instead of
Yeah.
you paying taxes afterwards. You know what I mean? So I don't want anyone to ever get charged $10
Because America's weird, isn't it?
If you just realised that, we discussed that a minute ago.
Yeah. So I just hate it so much to where I'm losing money out, to where I'm actually going to be paying the taxes on everybody's purchase. And so I got a nice bill every 3 months when quarterly.
I remember this when I went into a shop in America, and I picked out a few chocolate bars to try, and I obviously been looking at the price, and she was like, "Oh, it's this price." I'm like, "But it's not. Like it's not about price, because that's that price, that's that price, and that's that price, and that's that price. So it must be da 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 da." And she's like, "No, but there's taxes." I'm like, "Do you mean taxes? Because surely it's to say that on the actual thing. Why are you adding tax onto this? That's crazy to me." I don't know. It's maybe it's just the European in me, but like the idea of someone coming along afterwards and being like, "Oh no, here's some taxes." I'm like, I don't know. It feels like so kind of like, again, it comes back to this thing of ignorance is bliss. I don't want to know I'm paying taxes. If I know I'm paying taxes, it makes me feel shit about buying things.
You know, I kind of feel like we need to talk about the. There's a phrase that they're using now where they're giving you less for
shrinkflation.
Shrinkflation. There we go. You know, well, I like to, like, people are always complaining, isn't like, "Oh, there's less in it right now, so you think you're getting a better deal." Well, okay, my argument is, well, okay, they're giving you less, but they could just raise the prices, but you don't want that either. So if anything, they're doing you a favor. They're giving you less of the product, yes, that you don't need in the first place. You know what I mean? For a lot of the stuff that you're buying, as in like, you don't need that sugary stuff, or you don't need any of that kind of thing. But they're still making the same amount of money, really, because their items, their costs went up as well. You know, so so shrinkflation, yes, it's a good and bad thing. You're getting less of that product, but that you didn't really need in the first place. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Extra. Yeah.
Yeah. So
no, it doesn't, because I've noticed that toilet rolls don't hold as much on them anymore. Like that. I need to, you know, I want to wipe my ass
Maybe
a certain amount of times.
technique, David.
Like, listen, I don't give a fuck about what you
I have
say there.
I have one of those bidet things that's installed
bidet
in the toilet.
to you, sir.
Bidet to you? Or is that what?
It's a Scrubs joke. It's from Scrubs.
I've seen that one. yeah. But I've seen that one.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing to do. I get disappointed if a toilet doesn't have a bidet in it. I was like, oh, now I got to, you know, work a little harder. Is the thing. Without getting into detail.
You know, whenever Chloe, do you ever notice that whenever we speak with David about his life, and you're just listening to it, and you're like, "Fuck, these are some first world problems over here.
Yeah,
these are some fucking truly like fucking over here." Like,
got to work hard to wipe
come on,
his
they're
ass.
cheap. They're like $20. You can get $20 on Amazon. They're not
What, to buy a
expensive.
bidet?
No, it's a bidet inside a toilet. Okay, it's a plastic thing. It's a device that you connect to the water that goes into the tank. All right, so it basically splits it off. You know, so where you have
firing cold water up my ass is what you're saying.
Exactly, it is firing
This is a
cold
real
water up
thing.
your ass. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you've never heard of them.
No.
No, maybe they're not available in England because you guys don't have access to that water main or whatever, right?
And you've got one of these at home.
I do, yeah.
Can you not get a portable one that you just take around with you? Portable bidet.
No, I don't need that. I'd have to connect it to the mains, to the water.
Well, so you can have like a little water bottle that comes with it.
Oh, yeah, I don't have that. But anyway, I'm at home all the time, so. And but anyway, yes. It's, are you looking it up, Tom?
So there's not what you're talking about for 20, but there is one here, and it is slightly more in at $469. Dollars it was in, actually, for some bizarre reason.
So this is the thing that goes underneath, you know, the toilet seat. So it clips to the very corner between the water storage and the seat.
Right.
And you sit down, and it has a little.
There's a portable bidet. Look, it's just a little bottle with a little.
Okay, I don't
thing.
need that. I don't need that. It'll be like 99.9% of the time. There's only one seat that I sit
This
on.
assaults my asshole with fucking with it's like
Are we all
real
gonna go on
wash,
YouTube now?
and then it's got it's got a vortex wash.
Not YouTube, but Amazon.
Oh my god, they've portable ones.
How do you spell
There's
bidet?
one- There's one called a Badoo here, which is a square bottle.
Yeah, $25. Yeah, $25, and has this one's 50, 100. This one has an entire toilet seat and everything on. It's for $120. But yeah, there's one for 25.49 plus taxes, depending where you're living. And all
But
that
then you
kind
have
of
to surely you have to dry your ass afterwards.
stuff. Yeah, toilet paper. Just one.
So
As in,
you're using toilet
hold
paper
on,
anyways.
hold on. I feel like you weren't going to let me hold on. That's why I kept going. You don't need that much. Again, the amount that you would do to scrape the feces off your arsehole. All right, you don't need. You just have to just dry it up. No. You only need like 4 sheets, and you didn't even need that much. You know what some people do? They actually have a kind of like they use face cloths or whatever, right? They're not just purposely for your arse, and then they go ahead and wash them and throw them into the laundry. You know.
Wow. Oh, I've seen those things. Yeah. So I've just searched bidet, and one of the things it's come up with, obviously, that people say is why is it bidet legal in UK? Is what a question someone's asked. Apparently, they pose a high risk of backflow, which can lead to contamination of the main water supply in England.
Interesting. Okay.
What? They're illegal in the UK?
Well, I don't know if they're illegal.
Garbage
but you've got to
disposals are
have
illegal in the
certain-
UK too, aren't they?
I don't know. You've got to have
I
certain
would suspect so.
regulations.
What a thing where if you accidentally put your hand down it fucking chops it to pieces. Fucking right.
Oh my God, Tom, that's your only fucking reason? Because it
They
could
are
chop
pretty
your hand up?
savage.
How about don't be a nerd and fuck? Oh, I'm not allowed to say that word. Hold on. let
No,
me
you're
keep that.
definitely not. No, but
hold
like
on.
I don't know. I don't want a sink blender.
No,
Like,
it
there's
sounds
certain
Sink blenders are
terrifying.
amazing. I can't live without them. There's nothing worse than not having
Yeah,
a
but
sink blender.
I would be one of those unlucky people that forgets it's there and puts my hand down it.
You drop your ring down there
Yeah.
and you've forgotten, and you went to go to
You can
grab it,
unplug
not
it.
thinking.
You can unplug it.
Yeah,
you're
but
still
if you-
putting your
if you-
arm in demon teeth.
Yeah,
But have you seen Stalks, the film?
no.
Oh my god, you gotta watch that. There's like a magic button that he has to press off this baby machine, and it's through these dagger things. I don't know why it came to my head. It's very worth watching.
Hey, are you guys able to click on that link that I
No,
I
we're
posted
not,
in the
no.
chat? Okay, all right.
Let me actually copy it and then go to Amazon.
Here. Let's just here. It's in the what's it called now? In our little chat on our private.
Oh,
private.
that's
secret-
interesting. It specifically says this item cannot be shipped to your selected delivery location,
Does it really?
and I'm not able to get it in either black, gold, or silver.
Oh yeah,
gold.
black hole and stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to show you what it is, basically, and see that little hose that comes down from the bottom of it, and then it connects to the water supply underneath the water tank.
Oh,
Yeah,
they've
that's
got
basically-
peaches as the images as well for your instructions.
Yeah. But
I'm going
no.
straight for the reviews.
Oh yeah, and it has 4.5 stars, and there's like 10,000 over 10,000 rating. People have rated it. So
This one's got 5 stars. Never cleaner. This A star ass blaster is amazing. The pressure's perfect, even for those muddier trips.
reviews are awesome.
Oh
we
my
could do a whole,
God.
we could probably do a whole episode on
Where
just
has
reviews
this been
on this
all my
one.
life? Oh my god.
But
Oh my-
yeah, I think these are awesome. These are when I went to India and Sri Lanka, basically what they'd have was just a hose that you could wipe your ass with, and it was kind of disgusting because there was just water everywhere. Nobody would ever clean up after themselves. They would just spray the water off their asshole. Sorry, spray the poop off their asshole, and it was just because a lot of times they didn't have toilet paper. We went to all the kind of nicer places because we're white. And we didn't need to, so we did get toilet paper, but there was there was an option of literally like a garden hose that was connected to the water, and you spray. It was not pleasant.
So it was less of a bidet and more of an enema, is what you're trying to say.
I don't know. Well, you wouldn't stick. I don't think you stick anything in. I never used it because thank God there was toilet paper. But yeah. So it was just.
So,
Anyway,
I'm just
yeah.
reading a review.
Yeah, all the hotels. I don't think the hotels had them, but the public restaurants and all that kind of the restaurant.
What a garden hose! There you are, mate.
Basically,
Fucking hell.
it's like a garden hose with a trigger, and I couldn't. Yeah. So don't go to India.
See, Phil's
So
just
can I
there
just give
going,
you
I'll get my
another-
Karcher.
Can I give you another a review? So
Absolutely.
5-star again. Excellent project. So this guy, right, he purchased one, loved it so much he got 3 for his toilet. He said they fit
Wait, has
without
he
any
got-
problems, no leaks. They are very easy to install and pretty good match to my toilet as well. Now the important part, I've never used a bidet before this point, but after using these, I'll never go back to paper again. They work great. The aim is so good. You can easily slide your butt around to get it clean. They clean your behind very, very well, and using a little bit of toilet paper just to dry up the end, you are good to go. It says you save a whole budget. Hang on, it says the best. It says start with the lower pressure, I'd advise, until you get used to it, as it can feel quite intense at first. In summary, great product, great price, great clean. Looks good, great colour. He said he tried another brand, but it just wasn't the same.
Yeah.
Sorry. I could
So
I could read these reviews for these bidets all day. They're great.
So there you go, Tom. Well, I didn't. We don't have a porcelain bidet next to it or anything, but we had growing up. We had a porcelain, just a regular. Is it porcelain? What toilets are made out of?
Is
that
that
kind of
the
stuff.
side toilet where
Yeah.
thingy
Yeah.
from in between us takes a big ass poop?
Yeah, I remember having one of them growing up, and I just, it was.
I remember going to
Put the baby
Spain.
over it, basically, is what
Oh,
my
that's a good
parents used to
idea.
do.
I remember going to Spain and wondering what the fudge the extra toilet sink is for. I thought it was a weird thing to have a toilet sink.
I'm going to be honest, this has fucking broken me, this has. This has absolutely broken
we
me.
go.
What, the little bidets?
Are you? I wonder if you could get them. Like, can you ship them over without? Is it illegal to
Start a
ship?
business.
Yeah,
I don't know if it would fit, would they?
yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Like, you can actually get toilet seats that are the whole thing instead of just the attachment. Like,
Well, guess what we're getting for Christmas, Chloe?
Bidet. Oh yeah.
all right, so
I'd like to see your review on that.
we do not have Facts of Wife this week.
No,
But
true story.
we usually, if we don't have Facts of Wife, we do something else called Would I Bullshit You? Hosted by
intense.
Tom.
Okay.
Oh,
Tom?
hello. Sorry. Yeah, I was trying to pick out, because I usually go first, so I was trying to pick out something. I was trying to pick out something interesting. And I've got something. I once set off a small bomb at school.
You once set off a small bomb
What?
in school.
What sort of bomb?
Yes.
So it was it potassium? I think it was one of the reactive
science or
metals.
something.
No,
Right.
no.
No?
We nicked a jar of it and we threw it in the swimming pool up at Heversham, and obviously there's chlorine in the water, and when it smashes, bang, yeah.
Did
Makes
you
a
know
good
this
bang.
was going to happen?
Well, yeah, we assumed it would.
How old are you? Forgive me.
Yeah,
How old?
secondary school, primary school, what? It's got to be secondary.
It's year 9, so it was secondary school. Yeah, it was year 9. So I don't know
What does
how
that
old
mean?
it was.
Year 9.
It's like in the middle, David, like
yeah,
at the
yeah.
secondary school.
We were told, we were once brought into an assembly.
End of middle school for you, I reckon.
No. There is no middle school. In Ireland, we have primary and secondary school.
Oh, right.
Oh, so
I
it's
was
middle
thinking
of
American
secondary school,
for some
yeah.
reason.
So
Yeah.
middle of secondary school. So why would you say
Yeah.
year 9?
Oh,
Is
'cause
it
that's just
year
what.
9?
That's just year 9. It's
That's
just
what it's
it
called?
was.
Is year 9?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you have?
Oh, and well, primary is 1 to 6, and secondary is 1 to 6.
Oh, so basically it'd be like year 3 of secondary school.
Gotcha. So you just go straight up through the numbers. Okay. It's
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah,
America. It's like America, you go to like 10th, 11th, 12th grade. 13th grade, 13th grade, 12th grade. Yeah, but in Ireland, we just go. Is it 6 and 6? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, but we once brought into like an assembly because we were like our year 9 Leighton, because we were split up into 4 parts. There was Leighton, which was ours, and there was like, was it Redmond was the other one, and then I can't remember what the other 2 were. But basically, we were like we were the I don't know if we were the Slytherin of it, or if we were the what's the fucking, go on.
Did this do damage?
No, it didn't. It went off with a bang, and people went running, and there was glass, but like, people didn't kind of.
So this was an assembly.
You lost glass in a swimming pool? You're never going to find that bastard stuff.
Well, I don't know. They sweep it
all right.
out, it'll be fine.
So, okay, sorry. I need you to paint a little bit of a picture again. Okay, all right. So you're in school. Where'd you get this stuff? This bomb material? What? So you had a glass container, a glass jar.
So basically, in the chemistry laboratory, they had all these glass vials, and like a couple of weeks before, they'd shown us like if you throw this potassium stuff in, it kind of goes into the water and it fizzes around. And we're like, but we can only put a little bit in there because it could explode. And we're like, but that sounds great. Let's do that shit. And they'd left the science lab open, and there was this jar with the kind of thingy in there. So we grabbed it, put it in our bag, and we were like, well, we'll throw it in the swimming pool up at Heversham, and it's going to like go bang because, you know,
so
more water and stuff like that. It was, yes. Basically, we had 2 sites. We had like the main site, and we had Heversham where the PE was done. Because you had to fucking run up to Tristram's because of bastards. And then you also had the swimming pool up there.
We know where these places are.
Yeah, you should do, yeah. Yeah, you should be exactly in my memory at all times.
You know exactly how much, yeah.
And what did this assembly have to do with anything?
Oh, it has nothing to do with it. It's just we were little shits, and like we were once pulled into assembly. Someone locked someone in a bin, and there was like a whole thing with it.
Wow.
All right. So the lie that you were
trying to do with it.
The lie that you were trying to convince us of is that you basically put a science experiment into the swimming pool, and it exploded, and it was glass.
If you're gonna like, yeah, and we'll say it did set off an alarm as well.
Oh, what kind of alarm did it send off? Was it a smoke alarm, a potassium alarm? What? Just
a loud one that was going off.
Because it detected sound.
I don't fucking know. It just
you don't know if you got caught?
It made a large bang, and you could hear it echoing off the hills and shit like that.
Up?
Well, I don't fucking know.
Echoing up the hills. It was a bit of potassium in water.
When it made a fucking right bang, it did. It was a small bomb.
Was it?
Well, it made a bang, and like you could hear the glass.
Was it like a little party popper?
Well, what caused the alarm to go off?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
sorry.
How the fuck am I supposed to? I'm not an alarm person.
All right, I call bullshit.
I can't.
It's because the alarm went off, and you just like, I don't know.
Right. How
That's
the
just
fuck
like
am
an
I
added
supposed
thing you put in. Like what? Like you don't have alarms for bombs in the UK. That's not a thing.
A bomb wouldn't go. Alarm wouldn't go off.
No, and there wasn't no smoke.
It's not the Blitz.
Well, it might have been like as you like. I don't fucking know. It must have been something to do with like the burglar alarm or something like that. Because we do know that they had like these. They had these.
It's a car alarm.
No, it wasn't. They had like I don't know what they were, but like when. It had like it was like a little magnet thing with a wire coming out of it that went somewhere. And I think the idea is if you tried to kind of crank the windows open, it would set an alarm off. So I'm guessing it must have rattled something like that. I don't fucking know.
Right, I'm ready. Bullshit.
Fuck. I knew I went too far with that alarm thing. I shouldn't have added that.
Otherwise,
the second I said it, I knew I'd fucked it.
It was the echoes across the hills. I was like, bullshit. Absolutely bullshit by now. No way.
Fuck.
Yeah, you had me all the way till the alarm. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I just thought I need to make it sound a little bit more interesting.
I don't know.
Stop giving us information that we didn't ask for.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta be,
Yeah,
like when I lie to my wife, and I lie to my wife a lot. I'm really good at it. All right, I give her the minimum amount, and if she has any questions, I will answer them with the least amount of answer. And just and then she's fine. Yeah, there we go. I don't think she's listening anymore.
Go on, David. You go next, or do you want me to go next?
You go.
Okay. I had a random man sign off my paperwork with a love heart.
Oh, well, this is true. And I'm guessing as well. There's more to this. Was there also a? Did he? I mean, fuck. Given what you've told us so far, this is like the least of what could have happened.
Who knows? I get a lot of stories like this, so it could be made up.
Yeah, but why would you make one of these stories up? Like you say, you have so many of these stories. Why would you make it up? There's too many to fucking choose from.
Well,
it'd be like me lying about saying, oh well, this one time I did a delivery to this place here. And I'm like, well, but why? I've got so many truths about different places that I've delivered to. There's no point in fucking lying about that.
Okay,
it's a worthless lie. Yeah, go on. Just give us more information.
She always has a story, doesn't she?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's not just going to be the heart.
You know, the way this works, we ask you questions. And then you answer them. There's not supposed to be a story involved in like why this heart was there and all that kind of stuff. If like, you know what I mean? As in like, which eventually it will end up. But just all right, go ahead and tell us this bullshit story.
Right. So I had a job to go and collect, and one of the guys in the office rang me up and asked me what time I was doing it, and apparently this person had spoke very fondly of me and said I was amazing. So I was like, oh, they're just being nice about me. Awesome. So I turned up to this collection, and this dude's there, and he basically says, oh, what did he... He was all very chatty and hands-on, and he went to give me a high five at first. So I entertained it and gave him this high five. But this high five turned into a hand grab.
Okay.
Which then turned into like a sort of side hug, you know, the like shoulder hug thing.
And you've never met him before?
Back.
Clarify.
Met him once.
Okay.
Met him once. And then he was asking me about if I drink or do anything like that. And he goes, well, if you want to come to my house, you can have a drink. I was like,
what the fuck?
I don't drink.
Just
Chloe,
stop. Just stop 1 second. Right, David. This has happened again. And me and you've had this sidebar conversation more than once with this fucking thing. Because you know what Chloe does? By the way, this is completely true. And I'm going to tell you this is completely true because she does this fucking every time with me. Every fucking time where she lulls you into a false sense of security. Now remember, this started off with someone drew a heart on the paperwork. And this is now going into, he's now trying to invite around for drinks and potential murder. But, you know,
everything is a potential murder.
It's gone so far off the rails. 30 seconds in, and it's every fucking time with these stories. And that's how you know her stories are true. Because they go fucking doolally batshit crazy. It's every fucking time, I'm telling you. Sorry, Chloe. Please go on.
Okay. Right. I've lost my train of thought. So anyway, it turned into
a hand grab.
The house was where we're up to.
Oh, go for drinks.
It's not that bad. It's probably like the worst bit of it, really. So that's pretty much done, probably. So anyway, I then like have to get this guy to sign it, and it's like a Caribbean name or something. He's like, oh, I'll type it out for you. Takes the tablet and starts spelling it out and looking at me, and I was like, oh, just finish it. So he gets the job complete, like I complete the job, and I just go, I just need to sign. He does this massive love heart and looks at me, and he goes, you like that? And I was like, do you know what? I've had worse signatures. It will do. Sign it off, complete it, done. And then I walk around. He just keeps following me around, and so he keeps asking if I want to come over for a drink, and I'm like, no, I don't drink. Do you do drugs? No, I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs either. Tells me about his Alfa Romeo. I'm like, brilliant. Can I? Right, I'm out now. Thanks for your help. He's like, oh, you want my number? No, I don't drink. Sorry. And that's it. Shut the door. Off I go. There you go. Story. What is it?
Well, this is completely and utterly true. This is completely and utterly true. Every single part of this is completely true. There's no way it's not. I stake my reputation on it.
But I could have just literally reeled off a massive story that I'd heard from someone else.
No. I absolutely stake my reputation that this is true.
David's not convinced.
This could be a typical Chloe thing too, where it wasn't a heart, it was two hearts. Oh, you know what I mean?
Right. Unless there's some bullshit like excuse like that, which would be truly bullshit.
He wasn't Caribbean at all.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right. So, the situation somewhat happened is what basically, there's not. Remember the last time that she did something? She decided that she did turn it into a lie. Even though it was a true story, but she decided to turn it into a lie halfway through.
The thing that she said was completely true. The original thing of this.
Yeah. So
I might have fucked up on that one.
Yeah. I go into these thinking that it's bullshit. I really do. Why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Because guess what? Guess what the show is called? It's called Would I Bullshit You? And could she have made this up? There was just it's like she got ChatGPT to write it or something. You know what I mean? It's a pretty good story. You know what I mean? It's just like, why would you come up with these small little things? You know, it's the hand grab. I'm like, that's actually okay. I can see that. It's just the Alfa Romeo. It was just, I just think that it's a good story. It could be a lie if you were a good storyteller, which the thing is, she's done this to us before, to where she's told us a good enough story, and you know what? Fuck it. It's a lie. It's a lie. I'm complimenting you right now on how good you can bullshit us. That I think it's a lie.
Oh.
And Tom, I'm 100% sure you say that is true.
Thing.
Huh? What is it?
Did you give us the answer?
Oh no, I didn't give you the answer. Would you like the answer?
Yes.
It's 100% true.
Yeah. Clearly it's true. It has to be fucking true. It has every hallmark of a Chloe story. Like every fucking beat is a Chloe story.
I thought it was a funny story.
The only part it was missing is someone nearly drowning. That's the only part it fucking missed.
It was near a stream, if that helps.
Yeah, it does actually. That did. I needed that for to help with the whole thing.
This actually happened earlier on in the week, and it was a bit creepy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that checks out.
Not gonna lie. Yeah.
That fully checks out.
I just want to tell the story.
So. There we go. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Nailed it.
All right. I'll go. When I was I think I was 16.
Going way back.
Yeah, I actually completely forgot about it. I was working in a supermarket, and we had if you've ever worked in a supermarket, there's like a huge storage room where they keep all the products or whatever, and I had to go to sleep for like an hour and a half or whatever because I was so hungover I couldn't really work, and so I found a way to hide without anybody seeing what I was doing, and so basically that's my truth or lie.
So the truth, your lie is you're at work and
I took an hour and a half nap-ish thing, or I had to hide for an hour and a half, which is what there was sleeping involved.
Right.
Yeah, because I was so hungover I couldn't work.
So where was this place at work?
What's the name of the store, or where's the town? What?
Well, no. As in, where was your sleeping place? I know what a shop looks like. I've been in a shop before.
Behind the paper towels and toilet paper, in the very, very corner, in the back.
That's left. Like a film set thing.
Film set?
Well, like in a film, someone having a hangover. Oh, toilet rolls. Oh.
So yeah. Right? No, just right.
You know why? You know why that's such a great thing? Toilet paper, because if they fall on top of you, you don't die. And they're very easy to sell.
So this was pallets of stuff that you'd hidden behind pallets.
There was pallets.
Well, like in that. Have you seen that film where they're up? What's it called?
I was hoping that you weren't going to bring this up because I was going to try and lead him down, because I'm pretty sure that this is part of the plot of Employee of the Month, and I'm pretty sure they do hide behind toilet rolls.
The bit with David was the bit at the beginning. He goes, "Oh, I just completely forgot about this conveniently."
Yeah.
It was that comment. That's getting me.
Look how angry he is.
By the way,
Yeah, but
I
it could
only
be
answer
true.
questions. I only answer questions.
No, not
So
at the beginning.
If
The
you have a
first
question,
thing
if
Was
you
it
have a
you
question,
launched into the story. We didn't even get time to ask questions. You were fucking giving details.
Was it like?
off the
Did you
bat.
make a little cave? Is it a cave of
not
toilet roll?
really. No, I was just hiding. As in, I could still see daylight. I could still see if people went to the very back. But I was in charge of the toilet paper and paper towel section that day.
The toilet paper and paper towel section.
Yeah.
That's my section.
Right. Was
It's
that
not always
Is
my,
that
it's
like
not
a
always my
demotion?
section.
What was the
Do you get to
official?
like, work your way up?
Yeah.
No,
It
it's
starts at the shit end.
Actually, the shit end is where you're facing everything off.
But
I was
Chloe,
doing.
do you know what the worst part is? With David now and this bidet thing that he's trying to get to everyone, he'd have put himself out of a fucking job, wouldn't he?
He's there trying to sell his dodgy bidets. Ignore this toilet roll. It's my bidets.
All of his family are getting bidets for Christmas. All of them. Right. So
What else you got?
you were hiding in the toilet paper behind, like, what, you against a wall, or what? How was this? Like, how
Yeah,
was
I
it?
was up against the wall, leaning against the toilet paper. Just
Did
enough to where-
anyone disturb
So
you
you
or
stood
not?
up?
No, there were some people who knew what was going on, and they actually suggested it. There was some co-workers, and because we were all drinking that night, but I was pretty shit faced. Because I'm only 16 or 15, I can't remember exactly. I just remember I was
Looking out for you.
and they just said as in like just try your best. You know, I mean, just we won't tell anybody. It's it's Sunday. It's just like you do whatever.
So
and,
is this a large supermarket?
yeah, it's the biggest one in town. It was the only one. Well, technically, it was the only one in town, but there was other
Did anyone
smaller.
spot you?
Nobody spotted me that I know of, but nobody of importance that could actually get me in trouble spotted me.
So you were a 15-year-old section leader
I wasn't
in
section
charge.
leader.
But
What the
you
fuck?
said no.
Charge of
You
toilet
said
roll.
you were in
just
charge of the
in
toilet
stock.
roll.
No, sorry. When I say in charge, I was the one stocking those shelves that day.
What happens if people take the toilet roll in front of you?
I mean, yeah, because surely like, if you needed to put toilet
Mind the
roll out that
sleeping boy
day,
in Barlings, just take the toilet roll on the side.
Like who?
What does the public? General
No,
public?
I'm in the back room. There's nobody. Public can't go into the back room.
Oh, you're in storage.
Yeah, I'm in storage where they're all. Yeah.
I thought you were on the shop floor, like.
No. I'm at the very back where we keep the paper towels and the toilet paper is at the very, very, very back, and they were it was just
Just hanging out.
I'm just happy
Sure,
that
I
nobody
can
actually
imagine-
jumped on top of them, because a lot of people actually jump on top of those paper towels and toilet papers, and it's just fun,
I can actually imagine it's quite a nice place to relax. Tom, what
yeah,
are you
I
doing?
was sick as
Soft.
I was sick as hell.
I'm.
What are you doing?
Yeah, but all
What?
I can see you is doing this. And I'm
right,
like, that just
sorry.
looks a little bit dodgy. What are you
Sorry.
stroking or
No,
doing?
I'm playing with things underneath the desk. I'm
Is
trying
that
to
a
do it
fidget
so you
spinner?
can't hear it. No,
Oh.
kinda. It's kind of like a magnetic fidget like spinner thing, so you can make a fidget spinner out of it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Oh,
But like
what,
they're
they're
all
individual?
like they're all individual. So they kind
Oh, where did you get that from?
of I'll send you a link on Amazon. They're fucking
Yeah,
great.
I
They're
want
like
that.
super good fun to play with.
I want that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on. Tom, David, I'm going true, I'd like to think it's true.
There's no way this is true. This is such bullshit. In fact, the good news is that we're talking about toilet paper, so we can wipe some of that bullshit up. But the problem is, it's not true in the slightest.
No. I David's done double bluffy stuff before though, where we've gone, bullshit.
Right. So I've worked in supermarkets before. You do not get put in charge
Where
of
were
a
you
whole
in America?
section.
Or
What are you talking
Ireland.
about? I'm not like a supervisor position.
No.
I'm
You
literally
get
just
told.
that day I am going to be stocking here. I've done all the sections. I've done the Coca-Cola section, even though there's more than Coca-Cola, but most of it was Coca-Cola. But there's the God, I'm trying to think what other sections there was. The cans,
Pasta.
the can sections. You know what I mean? I've done all the sections. Just that you're not always doing everything always the same time. You're just not in charge. I'm not like ordering anything. I'm just like I go around and I have a list of stuff, And okay, I need as long as there's enough that you could actually get into that section, you write it down on the paper, then you go back and everything. You know what I mean? So it was just like there's no. I was not in charge at all. This was like a grunt work kind of shit. You know,
very defensive about this, isn't
there was no.
He's super defensive.
It's just trying to explain. Just trying to explain that there's no supervisor position.
Trying to justify your lie there, David. That's what it sounds like.
I think it's double bluffing.
Right?
I
gotta get specifics, if you know.
I think it's true. I'm gonna gamble on it.
I ain't changing my mind on this shit.
All right, fair enough. Tom, yeah, you're right.
I had a feeling you might, but I was like, no, you've had this in us before, so.
I thought it was a very believable.
Have you actually worked
honestly,
in a...
I thought it was a very believable story.
Have you worked in a supermarket before?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, it was a very first job.
I was going to say because like you, at the end, I did start. There was part of me that started doubting my confidence in the lie when you started saying. I was like, oh, maybe he actually has worked in a supermarket. That does sound like
no.
What
it was my very first job to where I actually paid taxes. It was a lot of people who were working in Trent. Yeah, I was very young. I don't know if I drank back then either. Maybe I did. I can't remember. But so yeah.
So drunk you can't remember.
Yeah. But I had other little things I wanted to add to it too, but I just didn't want to give you too much information to where
That's fair.
I couldn't stop puking, and my friends just told me to go back there and just go away. Don't worry, we won't tell anybody. You know, we're in a skeleton crew right now, and they don't. You know, we don't need you anyway.
Honestly, do you know what the worst part would be? If you'd gone down that line, I would have believed it more. If you'd said that your friends had covered for you and they'd got you to like kind of hide in the back and like given you a place to hide for the morning, I'd have eaten that hook, line, and sinker, and I'd have fucking gone for that shit.
It was. I was thinking of it at the time.
The
I was like,
confidence of like I'm just doing this shit. That's the part that.
Well, I did tell you during that lie that I there was people who did know I was there. They just told me to hang back here and we'll make sure nobody bothers you. You know, you weren't listening to that.
No, I was, but when you explained it at first,
he was full stock on that film, weren't you? That's the thing. You were fully on that film.
I did think of it.
That's all I was imagining.
But I wasn't. But I just like thought of it. But it wasn't.
I love Employee of the Month.
Such a good film.
Like I still quote parts of it to this day. It's so such fucking good. Like if anyone says, if anyone ever says, it's leather, I'd be like, no, it's not. It's pleather. Better, doesn't fade or crack. Like
now, the store that they were in, I think it was Costco.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And like, you can't buy. I don't think you can buy coffins at Costco. Like, do you remember that one person had was buying a coffin? Like, no, like, come on, you don't buy a coffin. I just thought that was kind of silly, but maybe I'm wrong. But I was like, oh god, you're gonna fucking look it up now. I'm like, yep, you can buy coffins. Like,
part of the humor.
I'm talking. I know it was part of it, but at the store itself, I'm sure you can buy them online.
Can you buy a coffin at Costco? Actually, comes up.
I bet people have searched for it because of the film.
Of course they have.
I have news for you, David. Not only do they have them. They have a selection that you can have delivered to your house.
Oh my God.
And they also have reviews.
What are the reviews?
How do you spell coffin? COFFEN?
COFFIN, isn't it? Coffin?
Coffin? I never know this much. I didn't get a little red underline.
Yeah, COFFIN.
Okay, there we go. Coffin. And, urns and caskets, frequently asked questions. We got urns. Oh, my God. All right. Well, again, my wife won't let me use one of these because she wants me incarnated and turned into a tree. So
they're not cheap, man.
Just quickly, there's a 1-star review, defective casket, and it just says, the title is Nana.
So for $1,149.99 is basically what they're going for. Oh, there's a cheaper one for $1,149.99.
I called Prime Casket. I know this is someone's death, and this is not funny, but this is also real funny. I called as I was told to place my order, and I received a defective casket. The casket doesn't close, which is quite a big issue with the casket. There's a gap between the top
But
and the
they'll
bottom.
return anything. As well, remember?
I wish I could attach pictures. Please do not attach pictures of what happened. Holy shit. Prime is taking 3 seasons to take my call for a replacement. Called Costco customer services. Was told someone would call me back. Nothing. Do not order from here. You'll regret it. Fucking hell. This is honestly...
You know that Costco will return anything. They will accept anything that you want returned. Doesn't matter what condition it doesn't matter.
Be used though.
Huh?
Like,
yeah.
Have a coffin and then use it for the funeral and
then
report back.
It has a body
I'm sending
already
it back. Yeah.
It's 20 years old. And because I've seen
soil. Weird.
I've seen videos of because they sell these play sets, like swings and slides and all that kind of stuff. And it was a good 8 years old, and their excuse was, "Well, the kids don't use it anymore," and it was just destroyed. And they were like, "Okay." They'll return it, and the reason why they return it is it's all about customer satisfaction. Even though they know they're losing, it's all about customer satisfaction.
Okay,
and,
I just have to just read this one out to you. 5 stars, because this goes really nicely until the last hurdle where it is wild. The last statement, and it has an explanation. Oh, right. Anyways. Our family bought this casket through Costco for our dear mother, and we're extremely happy with the purchase. The casket arrived at the mortuary ahead of schedule and in perfect condition. The casket was way more beautiful than anything the mortuary sold and cost less. The way the deep cherry wood finish gleamed in the afternoon sun at the graveside service was absolutely impeccable. I'm so glad we bought this casket through Costco. It truly looks like $1,000,000. I'm so grateful we had this option. No regrets.
Wow.
Yeah, all 5-star reviews here. Not as if the dead person's going to complain how uncomfortable it is.
There's a disappointed with quality. It arrived much faster, which was the only good thing. The casket was way lighter on the image, an ugly orange in the sunlight. The inside of the casket is very cheap. I was very disappointed in the overall quality of the casket. The casket colour also rubbed off on the pallbearers, and stain ruined about 6 of my family's nice dress shirts. I would not order again. Do not recommend. Wow, Jean's not happy. Wrong casket delivered. Issues.
Oh, you can get them. Well, hold on. They're cheaper on Amazon.
I genuinely, for the next podcast, want to find reviews that we can all share next podcast.
Back the fuck up. This review for the Franklin Blue casket is... I need to just get 1 second. I need to get a little bit closer because this is fucking wild. The title...
How many stars?
This is 5 stars. The title is Underground Forever. That is the title. Now, this is
they went deep.
Only 2 sentences. 2 sentences. And I need everyone to listen to this. I bought this a month ago, and I'm so happy. It's so comfortable. Nice finish.
Yeah.
Why? Why are they talking about how comfortable it is? The only way they would
know that their loved one will always be comfortable.
David,
they got in that.
They got in the coffin.
Of course they got in the coffin. You wouldn't get in the coffin. Are you telling me you wouldn't get in that coffin? If obviously if it's shipped to your house, you're going to get.
Do you know what?
You're going to pull a few practical jokes. I'm sorry. How do you not?
I wouldn't regret not getting in a coffin, though. It's not something I would go, oh yeah, I ordered this coffin. I'm so gutted I didn't get in it before it got buried. It's not something I'm going to do. Because what if someone locks the door on you?
Ask them not to.
I don't know.
That would be murder.
I think we have overrun time by quite a bit.
Oh,
we do need to end.
Yeah.
But I do need to just end with this. This is my written will. No, it's my verbal will. It's my video will. When I die, I want a Viking burial. Put me on a boat, set it on fire, push me to sea. I don't want to be in the ground. I want a Viking burial. Vikings, I need to go to Valhalla. It's way better than all of the other stuff.
You can only go to Valhalla if you die in battle.
Fucking you. Well, yeah, we'll see. There's a couple of bosses that I might be fucking going into battle with.
Well, there you go. Make sure you die. Yeah, I just because I think in the Thor Love and Thunder, where one of the main girls, fighters or whatever, she was dying, and I think she lost a hand or something. She was like, "Oh, don't worry, let me die to go to Valhalla." Well, actually, you didn't die in battle. You're not even dead yet. So yeah, you don't go to Valhalla. So yeah,
I could die in battle, but I'll die in battle. But I want a Viking burial. That's what absolutely.
I told my wife that I want to get shipped to Ireland so I can get buried at the church where my parents will be buried at, and she was like, "Do you know how much money that would?"
Expensive.
Yeah, she would basically. Do you know how much money that would cost? I don't care. I'll be dead. It won't matter.
Exactly. Besides that, just fucking chuck you in. I just want This is, and I will. What I will do. This is what I'm going to do for Kale. I want to do a video, and so when she goes to the wherever it is, they're going to, what is it called, the funeral place, and I just want to do the cheapest. What is the cheapest thing? Can you just chuck me in a fire and just fucking just do it? If you can chuck us in the bins round back and that'll only cost a tenner, that's fine.
Well,
Whatever
got
the cheapest
incinerator
is.
at work now. Maybe we should open up to the public.
Honestly, if you could do it batch, that's fucking grand.
There's an episode. There's an episode of
ship them in
on Doctor Who.
Just do a massive burn.
Let's not go about Arctics full of bodies. There was an
episode in Doctor Who
that
when they get actually cremated, they're actually burning forever. And have you seen all the Doctor Who episodes?
No.
No, not all of them.
It was just it was very sad. It was like where basically they were, if they got buried, they got to go to the next life or whatever, right? But if they were cremated, they were actually getting burnt. And it was just had something to do with the cyber bots. What are they called?
It's always to do with the Cybermen or Daleks. It's one of the two.
Yeah, it was, and of course it was to do with the girl, the master, but she was the girl one. Anyway, it was a very good episode. Oh, I love Doctor Who so much. But anyway, yeah.
Right.
Oh, Doctor Who.
On that note, thank you so much for listening.
Oh, that's terrible.
Exactly.
That's terrible. You guys.
Thank you so much for listening. If you haven't listened, honestly, it might have been for the best. All we talked about was shit.
One.
We talked about shit and being dead this week. It's been a grim episode.
It ended all morbidly, but it was good. I enjoyed it. Fuck you.
But we shall see you next time. Maybe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much for listening. Podcast editor and manager is David. Thank you very much, David.
Very welcome.
Gentlemen, as always. Hosts this week, of course, myself, Chloe, and David again.
Oh, me again.
Yeah, he's just in all of this. In fact, I'm trying to say, I'm going to stop listing things because otherwise I just have to mention his name more times. And each time that his name's mentioned, he gets a little bit more ego. So he's getting quite bad at this point. Massive thanks to our Patreons who support this podcast. I'm just going to read some names out for you lovely, lovely people. For fuck's sake, I hate these names. I Swallow Cum, because apparently that's a name that I have to read out. That's a name, yes. Thank you for that one.
You're just making a statement.
It's really nice. I'm having an orgasm. Jack Goodwin, John Brown, Justin Reilly, Phil Starkey, SMID, Skip Dude, Stephen Patterson, Timu, and Trucker Nozza. You guys are all absolute legends, all of our mega supporters. We do have some other people that we do love, but not quite as much as the others, about half as much, in fact. We've got Big Mike, Gavin Williams, Neil Reed, and Danny Flynn, the Hwanking Master. You guys are absolute superstars. If you want to go and support us, you can go to patreon.com/JATP, and you can go and follow us on social media, Facebook and the usual malarkey, and I can't think what the other ones are, but we have, if you search Just Another Trucking Podcast, you can find all the stuff. Nailed that, by the way. But thank you so much, and we shall see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye again.